Black African Power. What's good? What's happening? A wild organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woo-hoo wee, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's God killing the house, man. And I come to do what I got to do, and I'm gonna do what I got to do. Standing tall, standing strong. Hey, man, y'all know what it is, man. Bobby banging this bitch. Let's go, family, man. I see Omar Reed. Shooter Killer Army is in the building, man. We trying to get it in, man. Sir Gold, Shooter Killer Army is in the building, man. I see Timothy Parker is in the building, man. Yeah. It's a great day in the neighborhood, man. Just got a chance. Smack Chief X around. It's always a great day when I get a chance to smack him around. I swear it is. It just is. I can't help myself. All that peace talk, trying to promote the bed, that's out the window. We right back at it. Right back at it. Goodness gracious. Cedric, Pseudo Killer. What's good, bro? What it do, man?
What it do, God Killer? You're incorrigible. Weren't we turning over a new leaf?
Yeah, we did.
To demonstrate a better rapport in the
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
What was that?
We did. Yeah. We turned up a new leaf, but not on Chief X. There's never a leaf. It's not an olive branch. It's not a leaf around. I couldn't hold it in.
I know how it goes.
I'm just glad I could move him in the middle of the street and let his own words beat him up as he doubled off. And now he even if he erased the videos, we got it all on tape. I could just play what we just recorded.
Yes, sir.
Right. So since he think he want to get it in, we gonna get it in if that's what he think he want to do. Easy work, baby.
Man, we stay undefeated around here.
Man, we might just have to move to the side and let somebody have a win. No, we're gonna pardon you. We're gonna go ahead. You can have that game. We ain't gonna show up.
Yeah. The certain point, since y'all playing in the minor leagues, go right on ahead. See if you get your weight up.
You get your weight up. Ben Eaton has the green glow. Big up to Ben Eaton. He has the green glow. Green glow. Yeah, man. Man, make sure y'all like and subscribe, man. Get a subscription, man. It's cheap, bro.
Yes, sir.
$3. Y'all tripping.
Yeah. Thumb up the video on your way in. On your way into the building, thumb up the video. Come on.
Yeah, we're gonna get right into the presentation, man. We're gonna do it, then it's gonna go up on the Pseudo Killer channel, man. We're gonna do that. We're gonna get right into it. Cedric been doing his thing, man. This ain't the Friday show, man. What in the hell is going down? It's not the Friday show. It's the Saturday show. It's the Saturday show, man. All things atheist, man. You know what it is, man. We can recap all things equal. Y'all know what it is. I need to figure out. That ain't gonna be a title. People ain't gonna want to look at that. What you say? Methodological naturalism. Methodological naturalism. I got it now. Yeah, man, we gonna get it in, man. Let's let the people get in here. We ain't doing nothing with no 15 people in here, man. They must still think I'm over there on something. Man, make sure y'all throw us up and shut up around here, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't come in here loud and wrong and strong. Sew us up and shut up, man. Yeah. That's how we doing it around here, man. Sew us up and shut up, man. You know we got that debate tomorrow, man. Big up to all the pseudo killers, right? Known and unknown. Stealth bombing, we bombing on them, right? Appreciate all that. That's how we do it. We go ahead and get into the presentation, man. Not quite. Not with no 15 people in the building. The information's too good, right? Make sure you hit that Cash App early and often. Get yourself a channel membership. We're going to start putting videos in that so you can get it. I think it's important, bro. Welcome to the Community Skeptics, man. I'm your host, Bobby Banger, man. How I'm doing, man? Shout my partner in crime, Cedric. Said Talk is in the damn building. But another one of them great moments. Y'all know how we doing it, man. Crystal clear, accurate scholarship, man. And then make sure y'all support our family shows, man, the Galaxy and Beyond, man. Make sure y'all support that. Guy, Juju, and none other than Space Age African Anthony. You know what I'm saying? Ken, man, join the astronomy club, man. Feel me? You were saying something, Cedric?
I said, yeah, definitely one of my favorite shows. It's a show where I just get to sit, be quiet, and learn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. We getting it in, man. And just be aware, man, the Homo ignoramuses around you. They're out there, right? They have fact repellents. They repel the facts. They're hid in the sand habit. It's regular. Avoidance evidences. They avoid all the damn evidence. Yes, they do. They avoid all evidence on a regular basis. They actually do. And, look, man, very, 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 very interesting. And I would like to put this in. I forgot. I can't believe I left this out thing. I don't know what I'm doing. So the people getting here, man, we got 20,000. That ain't enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. Not enough.
Yeah, share the link.
Share the link, man.
Share the show.
Get them up in here, man. Avoid the Homo ignoramus, blinders of denial, misinformation, I believe, small brains, earplugs, comfortable public, comfortable with the nonsense. Information is always from the dinosaur age, man. Yeah. And I mean, always there, bro.
The believing brain, the believing brain. And your 5 senses.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm. Trying to tell you, bro. Trying to help y'all out and get y'all started, man. And we had a great show yesterday. We did. Had a great show. And I would just like to say, Ifa was on here. Oh, we see Ifa here. It says he got, after the show, the next day, a reporter stopped and said, "What happened on the pseudo killer show last night?" Ifa replied, "I don't know, but pass me another drink."
Shout out to Ifa.
Shout out to Ifa, but get that man another drink, man.
Ifa did his best delirious. Y'all see Eddie Murphy in delirious? This is my house. I pay the bills around this house. It's my house. Nobody come out.
Oh, man. Boy, I'm trying to tell you, man. He got interviewed right after the show, ladies and gentlemen. He don't know what happened. They say, give him a 25,000 ain't enough to do nothing around here, man. Hey, look, tomorrow is going down. I already got my thing. I got my name. It's the Bible, the Word of God. 2 continental Africans will collide in this conversation, debate style. Sekou Keller versus Easy Band. One representing Africans in scientific literacy, and one representing Africans in Christianity. That's going to be a barn burner. Somebody going to get beat up. I don't think that Bible can stand up. Science, is undefeated, man. So we're going to see how he come out, right? Remember, he was a Muslim Christian himself, and, this going to be easy work for him. So, man, get the tickets, man. All right? It's important to get that. All right, here we go. 25. We ain't doing nothing until we hit the 30, man. Go tell your friends, man. Let me drop some links, man. All right. Crazy bands all day, every day. Yeah,
So
we just talk. Pick up the guy.
I saw you up there sitting with the flim flam and scamming floppy disk,
That was fun.
polymath Reggie.
Oh, Reggie was wild. I ain't even get into it.
Reggie put his head so far down the ostrich hole and pretended as if he didn't say what he's been saying. He's out there as if he doesn't have a reason to hide. Reggie, I'm never coming off your head though, Reggie. It's never gonna be okay anymore, Reggie. You violated in the worst way. You trespassed on that sacred holy grail called science with your flim flam nonsense. God particle. It's a goddamn particle.
You gotta take that back.
Goddamn Reggie.
He had to apologize for that.
Reggie again.
Yeah, I can't have him real coherent. He got to apologize for that. That's STEM. If he take that back, yo, we can
No,
have
he can't. He can't take that back. He can't.
Not for you.
He's not allowed to take it back for one reason. Because if I allow him to take it back, I'm gonna put myself in a position again where I assume he has some integrity and he's gonna flim flam again. So never again. Never again.
Reg, I'm just not arguing about no STEM no more. Not talking about science and STEM no more. I'm not. Yeah. You know, Chief X, I beat the brakes off of Chief X today with his own words. Go check that out. I think I might have to play them clips.
I'm definitely sure I heard Mediterranean Africans. Not Mediterranean Africa. They were Mediterranean Africans. What's that?
Whether he said it today or not, he said it on them damn clips. And my only point is that you say indigenous African, but you explain everything about them outside of Africa. Mediterranean, Levant, Elam, all. You know what I mean? That's my point.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
I get it. I get it. I totally I totally get it, bro. Right? It is what it is, man. But we ready. All right. And yeah, we ain't moving. You gotta say doing that one. Yeah, we ain't moving. It's 23 people, yo.
This is an interesting conversation. Look at where we are, and look what we're doing, all because you did a presentation, right in line with what we always do, explaining the scientific method. Everybody's emotions got involved, everybody's feelings got involved, and nobody took the academic time and the academic rigor to actually understand the conversation.
Yeah, I don't actually know what the hell we ended up talking about.
You see why I've always been a stickler for terminology. Cedric, you don't play fair. You're too strict. It's because we are going to reach to these moments where my 8-year-old daughter, examining how a seed germinates, is now doing science. No, she's not. She's learning basic observation skills. Basic observation skills. The way to engage with a natural phenomenon. That's it. A foundational step, the acquisition of knowledge. But she's not doing science. But on her podcast says science experiments. So y'all, this is the level of the conversation y'all actually having. We learned yesterday with the Needham dilemma that we are framing this conversation incorrectly. When we say modern science, we are thinking as if these other civilizations had a bad or a rudimentary modern science. No, it's their own knowledge systems, indigenous knowledge systems. That's what it is. So we conflate and we use these words, and now we're here. So we got to do this step-by-step process so we understand this whole system holistically so we don't make these silly mistakes when we're reading documents that actually weren't designed nor supposed to be read by the layman. These are scientists, these are historians making a case, and they're writing and producing these documents. And when they say ancient science and modern science, they so you, the reader, the academic, actually knows and understands what they're saying. So now we're here in all the confusion, assuming everybody's a scientist and everywhere has science. That's
You
not
say everybody. That's a lot.
everybody has science.
Yeah. I mean, everybody had it.
Yeah.
Hunter gatherers had it.
Gatherer had science.
The chef at the local restaurant had it.
Cooking on some outdoor fire is science. Burning a piece of raw meat is science. Tracking animals is science. Everything is science. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
When does science start? Science starts. We're going to see when science starts. Today, we're going to see when science starts, KL. That's exactly the exercise I've been doing over the last couple of days. I explained what science is and what it's not.
Mm-hmm.
I explained natural philosophy, what it is and what it's not. Today, we're going to look at methodological naturalism, the framework which produced the system of application. Next episode after this, I'm going to explain the scientific method, right? Because philosophy produces a method, and even that method required refinement. That method was refined by ways of thinking. That's why your PhD is in philosophy. This is a conceptualization. It's how you think produces what you do.
Yeah, we was I think a good example that we was all talking about the server, man. Mods, drop the server link. I think we was talking about that China had actually developed a magnetic compass.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now watch this. It's I ain't messing with you, bro. Listen, y'all, they developed a compass. And I'm wearing my hat like this because they developed a compass. But what did they do with it? They was using for cultural practices like deviation. Europeans take the same compass, right? And do what? They start navigating oceans and stuff like that. See the difference?
Frame of mind.
It's a frame of mind. So the Chinese use it for cultural practices, right? Which can only be used in China. Get the example. You can only use that in China. If you take it somewhere else, right? That's gonna be what? It won't be Chinese deviation, right? If you take it somewhere else, it'll be whatever they're doing. Nobody's gonna Chinese deviate in their country, right? They're gonna do deviation like that. They're not gonna understand the cultural practice. And why would you be in Australia with a compass trying to use quote unquote Chinese deviation practices? But watch this. But if you take that same thing used for deviation in China and use it for navigation, then the whole globe that has the ability to build ships will use it to navigate. Like to add to that?
It's exactly what we're talking about. Your frame of reference. So you see, their frame of reference, they had a piece of technology that could have allowed them with another frame of reference to sail around the world. The European that doesn't have their cultural baggage saw a tool, saw an instrument, and applied it to their worldview, which was at that point in time conquering the world, exploring the world, navigation. This tool provided them with an instrument to find true north, easy, reproducible, that they can manufacture, and now, boom, they're off to the races again. So their frame of reference took what is a tool for divination in one culture, right? To call the gods or point out where the gods are, is used to dominate the world in another culture. The same tool. It is the frame of mind. It is the ideas behind what you are doing. And that is why science relies on a paradigm shift, a particular way of thinking and viewing the world. We touched on it last episode when the world became about natural philosophy. But we're going to see today too that natural philosophy wasn't it. These people were making it up. It was authoritative and it relied a lot on purpose, God driven. What is the purpose of this rock? This rock has a divine purpose given to it by the gods. Its ultimate purpose is to be heavy. It's to weigh down things. This is the way these people thought, right? Again, we talked about it today. When they realized that Aristotle, that wasn't the grade. That wasn't the standard, bro. That's when it took off. They divorced themselves from authority. Nature became the authority. That's the difference. Even in the Islamic golden age, the authority was Islam. The authority was the Greeks, the Greek philosophers. That was the authority. When they are the authority, you do not get to science. Why? Science relies on nature being the authority.
What's going on? Biologic, what's good with you? I hope I said it right. Chilembe, Pseudo Killer. Fly Logic, Pseudo Killer Army. Pseudo Killer, show enough debater. Yeah, he a good debater, yo.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, man.
He got that debater. He got that rap swagger with it. Flow with it.
Nice. Fontaine, I got you. I'm saying it right though, Fly Logic. Yeah. And then he's an excellent rapper, yo. Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of his work, yo. I don't know if y'all seen his battle raps, yo. He real good at that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's real talk, yo. I gotta give it to him, bro. Yeah. And his knowledge level is there, yo. Feel me? Man, he's scientifically literate, yo. He been supporting, he's pseudo killed no matter where he go, you know what I'm saying? And he represent himself well, yo. Whether it's hip hop, whether it's battle rap, whether it's making music for the team, you know what I'm saying? Just period, man. He definitely be killing them pseudos, yo. Pseudo Killer Army all day, every day. And you know, bro, we appreciate you over here, yo. We support all your endeavors all day, every day. And that's the whole team.
Yes, sir.
Trust me, bro. Believe that. Ain't no side cut on that. I wouldn't say it now unless it was true.
Yeah, right? I don't front about that stuff.
Nah, I don't need a front. Keep it a buck, yo. Keep it a buck, bro. You know what I mean? I gotta give it to him, yo. Yep, gotta give it to him. All right, we at 28. That ain't enough to start up, but we're gonna play some music to get into the groove, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we get into the groove, yo. Get into the groove, yo. Let me see. 28. Let's get in here. I hope playing the music don't make the people drop for a second, because we right there in the sweet spot. You know what I mean? When you ready to go, I know you got it all queued up.
Always.
I know you got it all queued up. All right, let's see what the God. Did we do the God Killer?
You know when I go on a mission.
What's that?
Yeah, them with the God Killer.
Let me see.
Protected by the Black Widow. Protected by the Black Widow. Good juju. Bad juju. I speak loud on the mic. Knowledge to the people. I speak loud on the mic. Knowledge to the people. Where the fuck you been? Bomb little niggas again. We buck the trend. It's been a trend. Poor desert. Eagles again. Never say this line again. Never sipping Heineken. Black Panther riding again. Always on my mind to win. I'm where I supposed to been. Black Widow protect me. Feds lose again. Nigga, cheat the win. Dope fiend never win. I speak loud on the mic. Knowledge to the people. Protect the youngsters. We pull Desert Eagles. Never say this line again. Never sipping Heineken is where I win. Black Panther. Riding again. When niggas break wild, no slack. I'm cutting like an axe. Kick dog can cut in the tracks. Good juju. Bad juju. Never been in a gang but stay crewed up. We answer beepers, can't be tracked, computer hack. Protect the weaker, don't wear tattoos. But if I did, it'd be the Reaper. Never say this line again, let truth be where we begin. Christians talking reckless, claiming we born in sin. Capping, let us begin. Pseudo killers to the rescue again. Never tripping, we teaching STEM forces, those tripping. Choose again to the pseudos. It's always grim, we play to win. God killer again. Always time to defend. Bit the trend, King souls to the king. If I can, chill and be Ken. Malcolm Finch, those niggas for the win. 10 talk, bitch walk. Advanced time enough for them youngins. Space age Africans. Anthony with the space pop. And yeah, jump, we smacking them.
Yeah,
Fire.
jump. We smacking them. Yeah, I'm saying? Yeah. I had to put that pen work in. Baltimore style right there. Yeah, I'm saying? Put that pen work in on it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, put that pen work on them. That's how I do it. You know what I'm saying? Put that pen
That
work
is
on
fire.
them. Yeah, that's that pen work.
Straight up
You know what I'm
banging.
saying? Put that pen work on. That's how you
I
do it.
like that.
Yeah,
I like
talk.
that beat, yo.
Say
That beat
talk.
is fire.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, we right there, man. Go ahead, man. Start that presentation, man. Let's get that in, man. All right. Big up the Juju. It's in the damn building. Kyle is in the building.
All right. Let me know when we're ready to rock and roll.
Let's go. All right. My fault. Let's go.
All right. Ready?
Let's get it. You up?
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, another set talk. Today, methodological naturalism, the rule that changed everything. Methodological naturalism, the rule that changed everything. In the last episode, we saw the problems. Human had knowledge, they had technique, they even tried to explain the world, but they lacked something critical, a reliable method of determining what counts as a valid explanation. So now the question is, what changed? The core question, what kind of explanation should we accept? This is where everything shifts. Not just how we explain things, but what kind of explanations are allowed. Remember, philosophical naturalism, they were allowed to make it up. Because if anything can be used as an explanation, then nothing can be ruled out. No rules, no science. Anything can explain anything if you allow supernatural causes, invisible forces, untestable explanations, then you can explain anything. But you can't test anything. And if you can't test it, then you don't have science. The constraints. So a rule is introduced, a constraint, a boundary. That's why I keep talking about I play within the rules. There are guidelines. You cannot step outside of these boundaries. a boundary, a boundary on explanations. And that rule is this: only natural causes can explain. Oh, let me go back there. Sorry. Go back one. Only natural causes allowed in scientific explanation. Again, only natural causes are allowed in scientific explanations. The definition: this principle is called methodological naturalism. There you have it, folks. And it simply means science limits itself to explanations based on natural causes, causes that can be observed, tested, and repeated. Again, methodological naturalism simply means explanations based on natural causes, causes that can be observed, tested, and repeated. What it does not mean, not a denial of the supernatural. Now, this is where people get it confused. Methodological naturalism does not say the supernatural doesn't exist. It says, what it says is science cannot investigate it, the supernatural, I mean. Because if something cannot be tested, it cannot be part of a scientific explanation. So if your framework includes the gods, if your framework includes supernatural agency, it cannot be tested. So it is not science. This is where these constraints start to come in, and we see why. The power of constraints. Constraints creates testability. This rule changes everything because now explanations must be testable, predictable, repeatable. And this means it can be proven wrong. Science is counterintuitive. We do not look to prove ourselves right. Falsification. How? You need to prove yourself wrong. And if I can't prove myself wrong, then I am most likely right in what I am assuming this is. That's your initial step. But you must be able to be proven wrong. The shift begins from authority to method. This shift didn't happen overnight. Thinkers began to challenge authority and demand evidence. Francis Bacon emphasized systematic observation and experimentation. Galileo tested claims instead of accepting tradition. You see where we're going here? See where we're going here?
Mm-hmm.
Isaac Newton showed that natural laws could explain the motion of the universe. Now, pause on Newton for a second, because this always comes up. It's non sequitur really to the overall conversation because this is focusing on the individual. But here is where we see that epistemic rupture, right? The old way of thinking versus the new way of thinking. He is at that bridge right there, and he crosses it when he engages with the stars. He says, I posit no hypothesis of an agent where I can't find an explanation. He simply doesn't do it in his scientific work. So, and Isaac Newton showed that natural laws could explain the motions of the universe. The focus shifted from who says it's true to how we test if it is true. Aristotle versus method. Authority versus testing. So authority from Aristotle was removed and replaced with testing. Remember the falling object example I talked about yesterday? For centuries, people accepted Aristotle's claim that a heavier object falls faster, not because it was tested, but because of authority. Methodological naturalism replaces that. It says, don't trust the claim, test it. This is where skepticism comes in the arena of the claim, not once we have already tested it, folks. Don't get that twisted. A different way of explaining. Before method explanations was by purpose. Before methodological naturalism, explanations didn't focus on cause, they focused on purpose. Not what caused something to happen, but what was it for? Theology, teleology explains explanation by purpose. This type of thinking is called teleology. It explains things in terms of goal, purpose, intended outcome. That philosophical why. Yeah, this is the purpose, the essence of the thing. Aristotle view everything had a purpose. The idea was central to Aristotle. Aristotle believed that to truly understand something, you had to understand its purpose. So he made it up. That's quite frankly, he made it up out of thin air. This is remarkable. This man had ruled the way people thought for 2,000 years, and he simply made it up. What he called its final cause. It's something like the conscious community, right? It's the dude that can boom, bam, 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 boom, 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 bam, bam. He becomes the authority, right? It's not what the data says, it's the character's personality. This is classical. Why teleology fails? It's not testable, not falsifiable. And here's the issue. Teleology explanations can be tested, can be proven wrong. Because how do you test a purpose? How do you measure the intention in nature? What was the intention of the rain falling? To wet the earth for, and how do you quantify that? Do you see the problem with these type of framework? So even in the golden Islamic era, my good brother Chef, this was the foundation. This was their framework. So you can understand, even when they challenged the authority, it was within this framework that the authority was being challenged, not necessarily in the sense of methodological naturalism. All right? So the framework, natural causes, testing, knowledge. Once you limit explanations to natural causes, you can now test them. And once you can test them, you can build reliable knowledge. And that is the foundation of science. Here we go. We're there, we're getting there. You see now how even with all those technological advancements that they were doing in the Islamic Golden Age, their framing was still authoritative and theologically driven. You can't get there with this type of thinking. You needed to a step further. You needed to develop methodological naturalism. What comes next? The scientific method. So this is my next episode. We're going to get into that. Now that we understand the rule, see the rules of engagement. This is why I keep saying in all these conversations, I've stuck to my guns. I stayed right there on purpose. If it's not methodological naturalism, it isn't science, because we have seen why that foundation came into being and why it's absolutely necessary. So now we're going to talk about the scientific method. Now that we understand the rule, the next question is, how do we actually apply it? How do we test ideas systematically? And that's where the scientific method comes in. Science begins with a boundary. So now let's lock it in. Science does not begin with tools. It does not begin with knowledge. Remember that pyramid: knowledge, technique, tools. So the knowledge, you create tools. So science does not begin with tools. It does not begin with knowledge. It begins with a boundary, a rule about what counts as a valid explanation. And that rule, ladies and gentlemen, is methodological naturalism. Now you know why I have been so focused and so stuck in my position on this rule, because now you've seen how we've been taken around the globe done the whole prying and discrediting and all of this. And we are right back here. So, next episode, we are going to go into the steps that lead to that produce the scientific method. Now that we have established the philosophical framework on which you can build. Without this paradigm shift to methodological naturalism, you do not get to science. What you get to is indigenous knowledge. You get a compass that is used for divination and not for world travel. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Short, sweet, pseudo killer style. There you go. There you have it. Bam.
Man. Yeah, you know, we're gonna be doing a detail on the Islamic, you know, cause at those particular periods it was real close, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like I give the, you know, the House of Wisdom and all that, I give it pre-signs. I might push them like pre-signs. You know what I'm saying? Pre.
Yeah,
They still ain't good there. Yeah, I give them pre. Yeah, they did their thing.
Yeah.
They definitely
They have
did their
that
thing.
authoritative framework, although they have the systematic method in place. Once they changed that philosophical framework, they were after the races as well, because they pretty much have all the components in place.
Yeah, I wonder why they didn't produce a scientific revolution though. You know what I'm saying? I got a little presentation on that. Very, very interesting. We still put that Newman questionnaire. I think Kyle sent the article, and I've been reading while you was doing your thing. I was kind of reading a little bit, and so when you read certain authors or have certain stances, right? But none of them say they had modern science though. That's the catch right there, right? But the Muslims right there on the line though. They right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're right there.
They're
But
right there.
again, within the
no cigar. No cigar.
Nope.
They can't get
in
the cigar.
framework of Islam, there are constraints on what they're actually allowed to do. And remember, there came a time when a particular imam decided that mathematics was of the devil, and that endeavor was pretty much shut down in the Islamic world. Authoritative environments do not produce science. You're going to see that in the next episode, because the scientific method relies on a society. It is a society, it becomes a society unto itself, an institution. And without an institution, you still cannot practice science. You can have methodological naturalism as a framework, but if your hands are tied and you can't produce or perform the science, then you're just as far behind as if you didn't have it, right? So it takes that institution, peer review, right? Because otherwise you get all kind of wild scientists. I can sit in my lab and make it up, right? I'm doing it systematic and structured, but my own biases are still in play. How do we check for my biases? How do we know that that's not a piece of race science that I'm producing there? How do we check for that? So these institutions become also very, very important. We go through a whole history of pseudoscience as well, right? Because those constraints, and even within the system of the scientific method, constraints needed to be put in place. For example, the peer review process and the institutionalization, that your work needed to be spread amongst your peers, etc. Those constraints also produce better science.
Interesting. I was looking at this source that which McConnell put up there. That's a good source right there. It's entitled, look in the chat room, Laws of 3 Stages.
Prophet Chuck.
Yep, it's in the chat. Comte's law developed in this order: mathematics, astronomy, physics, chemistry, biology, sociology. Science is queen. The Comte, am I saying that right? Comte's hierarchy. think I'm saying it right. Come to this. All right, let me drop the link, man. Y'all got any questions, anything to add on to it? You got it? I'll put it right here for you.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, shit, that ain't the one. Damn. Man. Oh, wow. Shit. Oh, man.
I got it.
You got it? All right. Let me get this more stuff off here, man.
Yeah.
All right, let me drop that link, man. Y'all want to get up here, man? Here we go. Hey, Kyle, you know you can hit that panel though. You can hit that link though.
Course in Positive Philosophy.
You hit that link, bro. Hey, Kyle, is you pushing hard for science in the Islamic world? I'm gonna say y'all Arab centric. How they move from you Eurocentric to Arab centric? That's funny. Y'all won, y'all got me. I was trying to stop y'all from being Arab-centric, but you won me over. I'm Eurocentric, Arab-centric. That's what we doing. What we doing here? Come on, man. No, actually, scholars, you won't find no scholars. You'll find like what? Let me see. They'll play them games. I will kind of sort of yeah, you ain't getting nobody to stand all the way on top of that, yo. They ain't gonna do that. Anybody stand up on that, man. Shit. Mm-mm.
Oh, they're talking about the development of science. So mathematics, yes, was that's logic. It developed alongside astronomy, physics, chemistry, biology, and sociology. I agree with that hierarchy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's I didn't know the law of it, but then I know that natural hierarchy. That's chemistry leads
so when we talking about the Islamic period. So when we talking about the Islamic period, we can just go ahead and agree that they didn't produce the scientific revolution. Check. What's going on, Kiel? What's on your mind, brother? What you saying about the? What you saying about them? Don't tell me you Arab centric now.
Nah. I am process and development centric.
Let me find out that you promoting Arab. Oh man, what I tell you?
Yeah, man. All praises to Allah, the most honorable.
Crazy,
man. But man. So I hopped on here, man, because I don't feel. I feel like in this argument or in this discussion that y'all have, and I appreciate the presentation too. Said good job with that. I feel like
trying to trick you. Don't listen to him. He's trying to trick you. Said you're gonna set up. Now you're gonna throw the right hand.
Hey man, I give the drop the right and then I hit them with the left, man. That's how I do, man.
It's Saturday fight night, so I'm ready for anything.
Go ahead, Kyle. You got the floor. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna.
Yeah, I just feel like in this discussion, I think that and I pointed out in the chat a few key ideas that I see as fallacies for these arguments. One of those things is the anachronistic fallacy. Is basically we are judging ancient societies, and I've heard you even say this a few times, especially about the word black, about anachronistic and using terms and not putting them on people that are in the,
right.
And that's literally what we're doing right now. Like when I say we, I mean that's what's being done. I'm not doing it, so I ain't gonna put myself in that one. But
yeah, I ain't think I was doing it either. I didn't think I was doing it. Go ahead though.
Yeah. I mean, so like we know that science did not just start once the term. Like we got to understand that the term of science, that's something that's used as a placeholder to describe a process, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all processes have stages to them.
No.
The beginning.
No, you gotta let them talk. Don't cut them off. Don't cut them off. Let them talk, bro. Write some notes. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, but if you want, Yeah, like there's not a process in the world that doesn't have stages to it. Like we can go round for round on that one. And science is a process. Like and everything that we do for the most part has a process for it. You know, you have its inception, the formation of it, then the refinement of it, you know what I'm saying? And like when we're looking at like modern science, that would be like the refining process, you know what I'm saying? But it doesn't discredit the fact that the key elements or the beginning of the process, which actually takes more in most cases to even invent those things, you know what I'm saying? And to even envision those processes to even start that endeavor. And like for me personally, I just think that we need to give a lot more credit. And from my research, it seems as if a lot of those beginnings of processes through the scientific revolution were intentionally done to discredit other people at that point in time, so that a certain particular people had institutional advantage over the control of those processes, which may be good, may be bad, but we got to look at this holistically. And like I've sent you that Islamic source, and there's multiple sources from PhDs globally that stand by the fact that scientific method was something that came from the Islamic world, and then from the Islamic world was taken from Egypt and then disseminated to Greece. And these things had different stages and different changes that happened, like anything else. Like the first phone that was created, that phone turned into a CB radio or a phone that's in your car. You know what I'm saying? Then it changed into a cell phone, and then we got satellite. Then we got all kind of different things for communication. But that's a process. It doesn't mean that first phone wasn't an actual phone. It just means that things have been refined and made better.
Okay,
Right,
so you're
Yeah,
wrong.
let him get it out. Let him get it out. Go ahead, man. Let man finish. Yo, that's kind of,
Okay,
we
what
barely
am I
even
wrong
here.
about?
No. Finish what you're saying. Don't even
Not,
listen to Cedric, bro.
nah, I'm done. I'm
You
wrong.
know,
I did like if I'm wrong, let me know where I'm wrong at. Sid.
go ahead, say it. Go ahead. You say
Science
go
and methodological naturalism, done.
ahead.
Say that one more time.
Science is a philosophical position, methodological naturalism. If you're not practicing methodological naturalism, is that not your philosophical framework? You're not practicing science. Done. You see how quick that is?
Okay, so you have methodological naturalism practiced in 500 BCE as well. So what's your point?
But yeah, Cedric.
You're going to have to source that because that's some nonsense. I'm not arguing. Source that. Show me
Well, I'm
the
on my phone, so
metaphysics.
I'm at a little bit of a
Okay,
disadvantage. But
now where are you going to find a source saying that prior to the philosophical revolution, philosophical naturalism, prior to even that, you are seeing cultures practicing methodological naturalism as a framework for how they engage with their natural world? You're not going to find it, right? So that's why I can stand in this position real easy. So
okay, so
it requires a particular philosophical framework. Horse and buggy transportation, combustion engine, cars. The evolution of
okay,
cars
so
wants that philosophical framework, combustion engine versus engagement with animal. These are two philosophical frameworks that are distinct. There's no comparison. However, you're talking about travel, right? So when we talk about the ancients, they are not practicing science.
yeah,
They
okay,
simply aren't, because
so
that
five so
that prevents.
585 BCE, Thales proposed natural origins for the cosmos. And you told me to pull up some sources of information. I'm just going, that's 585. Then Democritus, Alexander, I believe his name is, he practiced something. He's practiced a form of naturalism, but he doesn't necessarily formulate his
Teleology,
method.
yes, we know. They
Yeah,
all
then
want
you
the
have
purpose of the God.
Babylonian astronomy. They practiced. They were highly, it says in here,
Yes,
highly
and
empirical and predictive. Then Hippocrates. Then you have the Edwin Smith Papyrus in 1800 BCE. Then you have them possibly copying text for 2500 BCE. So what this shows is a stage of process, like I was saying earlier, of philosophical naturalism developing as part of the scientific method. The difference is what you're talking about is the codification that happened in the 16th, 17th century, that mandated that be part of the scientific process. But it clearly is evident in history that these things were in science at those point in times.
So I'm gonna say this one more time. If your philosophical framework is not methodological naturalism, you're not practicing science. It's that just
Okay.
easy. All that other argument, all that other stuff you're saying, it's
Yeah.
not relevant to this conversation because we know when
But
this
I just gave
philosophical
you
framework was established.
but see,
Natural causes
I just gave you
and
Gave like 4
5 clear
sources and you don't
examples
accept
of
it,
that
man.
agents.
though.
That's a particular philosophical framework. What you're talking about is methods, right? Methods of applying technique. We have been through this discussion, and you're not going to find me anywhere with this philosophical framework guided. First of all, in
I
Egypt,
just
it's
gave you
Metres. In
I just gave
Babylon, all that calculations was done in service of the God, theological, right? I just did a presentation. If you understand what theological and authoritative is, they're all doing that. They're not there yet. We have 2,000 plus years of this before we get to methodological naturalism. Yes, Kyle, everything you're saying, I know, but I'm gonna tell you simple, easy conversation. It's not methodological naturalism. Those are theological and authoritative frameworks of doing whatever they're doing, understanding the natural world. Methodological naturalism poses a completely different framework. And that happens at a particular time in history. It's just that simple. You do not have that framework before you have it. So methodological naturalism is the framework, and before that framework exists, you're not doing science.
so okay, so again,
Right.
it's clear and
Leave him
evident
alone.
of
Leave him alone,
that
Kyle.
hold on a second. Let me get back to
They're
my
gonna learn
thing. So
tomorrow.
it's clear and evident even in their own writings. Like some of them are saying that God cannot be the answer, or they're saying things that this is not an answer for what we're doing, and they're diving into it. Like that's clear and evident that they're practicing. But you know what? You win. I'm just going from what the sources say, the professionals and stuff like that. But I get it. You got to be right on this.
You want to talk about George Taliban? It's Taliban?
Nah, I'm gonna fall back because y'all right. Y'all
No,
right.
no, no.
What's up,
Kyle, stay
JJ?
right here.
No, I don't. I was kind of, I was reading over that article.
Yeah, I mean, like it's okay to be wrong about something, but just jumping out the window and acting like I'm
What,
saying
what,
something
what we gonna do?
that the experts are not saying themselves is kind of wild. You know what I'm saying? Like
So
every expert that I've sent you on
Right,
has
Kyle.
said
Leave him alone.
that there are stages to the development of science. It breaks down those stages in different ages and gives different people being advanced in their field and being more advanced. And most of them actually do practice their philosophical naturalism, where they're
Yes,
only looking at natural.
where it's authoritative and
Why you
Right.
gotta
theological.
interrupt him,
Like
Cedric?
why is it
That
that every
is
time
Right.
I'm talking you cut me
Damn,
off?
that's
Like
what he do.
naturalism. These are two distinct things. I agree. That's why it's not science.
that's why it is the forerunner that brought you science, because what these people did
Oh yeah,
was they went to
I agree with you. They sit in the position of pre-science. That's no debate there, Kyle. I don't think nobody on this panel ever said anything different. I agree.
and pre science is part of science, right?
Yeah, that's right there, bro. That's why I don't know why y'all ran. I don't know why y'all even ran to that position. Like I've been talking about the House of Wisdom for damn near 20 years. Seriously, like why run to that position? You get it? Like it's almost like trying to use that
Now,
to
I'm going
fight
to that
the gifts
position
that
though,
time.
because I literally just heard somebody say, and I ain't gonna call him out because he ain't on the panel right now. I just heard him say that that Darwin and Newton was not scientists, and that's fucking crazy. Excuse my friend, that's crazy.
Let's pull it up. We just pull it up. We pull it up. Let's pull up Charles Darwin. That's my favorite person right there, right?
Would you call him a scientist?
I call him a naturalist.
Oh my God, a naturalist is an approach to science, though, bro.
I said I would call him a naturalist. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong, but you're denying. You would not say out your mouth that he's a. Why can't you just say that man's a scientist?
I'm saying he's a naturalist that produced, watch this, a scientific theory, but they called him a naturalist. That's how I learned it.
Let's look up the definition.
No, let's look this up. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna pull up the article. Charles Darwin.
Yeah, do that.
Charles Darwin. February 20. Look, April was an English naturalist. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm not saying nothing. I'm
not disagreeing with you.
Leave that up.
Saying, click on that word.
No, leave that up.
Natural history.
No, just leave it up.
It's a domain.
Click on that word.
I clicked on it.
No, leave it up. Kyle, let him leave it up. Let him leave it up. You don't got to click on nothing. Just leave it right there.
Yeah, I don't know. You jumping in. You can't jump in.
No, I'm not so good.
Hey, you talking in the middle of the show. Come on, bro. Don't talk through. So I don't know why everybody get their panties in a bunch, right? Because I understand you can retrofit it and call him a scientist. I don't have an issue with that. I just called a man what he was. He was a naturalist. Remember, I read John Emerson, right? That made that man change his career path. So I call quote unquote Thales, right? I call him a natural philosopher. I just like to keep it right there. That's all. I don't got to add. It's almost like we want to start adding real quick to try to play it back. I don't got to do it. So I'm not denying that the man did not produce scientific work and you could safely call him a scientist. I just simply called him what they would have called him in this time period. That's all.
He was a naturalist, but he produced a scientific prediction.
I don't have a problem with that. That's not my debate. Chef did that.
Okay,
Chef did that. That's play that wild game and make us talk about that. That's stupid to me.
Yeah, he was documenting nature, and while documenting nature, he realized something, right? He had created a hypothesis, and he posited a scientific theory, but he wasn't engaging in being a scientist. He was a naturalist. He was out there documenting the world, a geologist, and these type of things. That's what he was, a naturalist. He produced one of the first pioneering novel test predictions.
Your argument hinges on the colloquialism of the term scientist, though. Like if we use this term anachronistically, it applies to more than just people after the 1818 or whatever the hell when they started doing the institutions of science. So, but like based on the taxonomy of what he did and what he's done for the field itself, he is the father of modern science. Like, what are we talking about here?
Oh yeah, I wouldn't. You know what, yo? I don't know about all that. Yeah, I don't know about all that, Kyle. But I would tell you that's never an argument I ever want to participate in because they call a man a naturalist, and that's it. And yes, you can call him a scientist. I don't have no pushback on that. Seriously, not even a little bit.
Before methodological naturalism, you had.
Can somebody else talk, Cedric? You ain't gonna be able to do this tomorrow.
Philosophical naturalism was authoritative and theological.
I was just wondering when it's my turn.
I'm just stating that these are two fundamentally different concepts. All right. Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. Just remember who on y'all side. Go ahead, JJ.
Yeah, you remember. Hey, finally, you catching up to 7,000. You trying to turn the audience against me because you've been a pseudo for so long. You've been putting out misinformation for so long, and now the whole community is seeing your misinformation. Even the people that's been on your side, they're in the audience like, bro, y'all need to cut this out. Now, let me ask you this.
What that mean to me? Hold on. Since you took your little minute to talk about the audience.
Don't worry about it. I see. Hey, you said you're gonna be on there tomorrow, right? The preliminary, right?
Listen, no, I'm not.
No, Killer Priest told me.
I'm not a preliminary with you. You just told me right now.
This
I remember when you had I remember Hebrew playing Hebrew games. Remember that?
That's the old me. Well, don't bring that up. You used to be in Dr. York.
You is now.
You used to be in Dr. York.
I never was that.
So I ain't throwing that in your face.
Now, let's talk about that. I never.
Your leader used to be a weirdo, right?
I never was that. Don't talk.
Don't throw that Hebrew Israelite in my face.
Was you running? Was you a Hebrew Israelite reading the Bible? Yes or no?
Oh, okay. Was you with Dr. York?
No, nigga. I just
you never was Dr. York.
No,
yeah, I was.
I never lived on the land. Go ask Wu John them. No, I never did that. Matter of fact, most of my time. Hold on. Most of my time.
So why are we throwing this up?
Hold on. Let me finish my point. Most of my time was spent talking to Reverend Bunn in the All Eyes on Egypt bookstore.
Okay.
Yeah, I never met York. I never talked to him. I never shook the nigga hand. Let's establish that, bro. And until you can find a person who can say that, don't make me bring a cast of people on. Hold on. I can bring groups of people on here to say, no, So if you mad because I said the Malachi York lecture, hold on, then that's your problem. But you was definitely a damn Hebrew Israelite.
Okay.
So don't play with me. So next. I'm not gigging you for it. But now all of a sudden you educated in things matters of science. Come on, bro.
Okay. Yeah. See, it don't take a rocket scientist to figure out that the scientific method came from the golden age of the Islamic people, right? See, the word I am was transmitted to Latin called scientifica. Scientifica to English is science. You didn't even come up with the name, sir. So you got the scientific method from Islamic people. But so how can you say Europeans started science? You said that there was no such thing as science, ancient science. This is your stance. That's your stance. That's what you're coming in front of people telling us. But you want to try to get up here and discredit me because I had advanced in my knowledge and what I used to be. This is who I am now. I'm a free thinker and a truth seeker. So all the little pseudo alerts and all that's not going to help you tomorrow. So we're having a preliminary tomorrow on Killer Priest podcast.
I'm not having a preliminary nothing. I don't know.
So there's no need for you to come on my show.
I'm saying I have no idea what you're talking about.
Killer Priest told me. Okay, so let me tell you what Killer Priest told me. He said that you are coming on the platform. He said you called him and try to beat me on the show. Yes,
I didn't try. No, you're lying.
Did you call him?
You're lying on Killer Priest. Why would you lie on Killer Priest?
Did you call him? Did you call him?
Trying to beat you on nothing.
Did you call him? Yes or no?
Right.
You called him, right?
I always talk to Killer Priest.
Did you call him?
What is wrong with you?
Okay. Well, okay. What you so mad for? See, ladies and gentlemen, this is the problem. This is an echo chamber. And tomorrow you're not going to be able to kick me off when you feel like it.
I'm not kicking you off, JJ.
Okay, so where did the scientific method come from? Did it come from European?
This is what I would ask you to do.
Did it come from European?
No. Clear the loud first.
No, ain't no. Don't try to start a whole new argument.
No, it's the argument. You keep saying,
don't do that, sir. This is an old Garfield Reed trick, y'all.
You keep saying that anybody over here say that Europeans started science. Why are you doing it, bro? I'm trying to save you, yo.
Okay.
I'm trying to always beat you up.
Tell you what to do.
I'm trying to save you, sir. Have I ever said that? No, imagine.
Let me tell you what to do, Let me tell you what to do. Let me tell you what to do tomorrow. Okay? Now, my show is tomorrow. You're invited. I'm going to give you a clock. I'm going to have my sources. I'm not just going to be running my lip trying to tear down ancient cultures, ancient civilization, the Chinese, the African man, and anybody else to uplift scientific racism. Europeans, Eurocentric talking points to try to put them above us. This is why all these people over here that used to be with you are turning on you. They're not going for it. Go look at his Facebook page. The people that normally agree with you are now seeing that you're wrong for this one. Just like Kyle said, there's nothing wrong with being wrong. Like I was wrong for following the Hebrew Israelite doctrine for all those years. I can admit that as a man. So tomorrow, everybody, let me land my plane. You're not going to be able to do this tomorrow. So you got to learn how to engage.
I can't believe this. This is great because what JJ just said actually brought tears to my eyes. That was profound, brother. I'm not playing. He's telling the truth. What he just said is true. He used to be a Hebrew. We all watched this man.
Hey, listen, man.
That shit is crazy.
Hold on, let me get this straight.
This is crazy, bro.
Let me get this straight. I'm sorry to the boy tears to your eyes.
Man, that was beautiful,
Cry me a river there. Right? JJ don't know what the hell he's saying. What he said out of his mouth was that we said Europeans created science. That's what he said out of his mouth. And then he tried to weasel his way out of it and say, I'm changing the conversation. Hey, bro, get that straight. Don't say that again.
Now you gonna kick me off, right?
No, I'm just saying because I'm gonna bludgeon you with it. You don't have a video of me ever saying that. You just don't understand the conversation. And you know Pan-African James don't understand the conversation at all.
So hold on,
Pan-African, real quick. I got you on tape.
I'm watching you on the side with it at this point.
No, don't try to converse it. We all know you're wrong.
You gotta take a good hard look at whose side you on with that.
Hey, listen. Hey, you can try to just turn to me all you want. I'm not the man. I'm not in 2026 saying.
Let me get all y'all straight here. Check this out, man. Because a bunch of flaming pseudo start running their mouth all of a sudden, I don't give a damn who agrees or disagrees. What they can't do is bring qualified sources. I'm going to say it again. Bring some qualified sources, and we'll all together put them qualified sources in a damn chat GPT, right? And ask if you're saying that this source is saying that, then let's see what it says. I'm tired of playing this wild.
Share my screen right now, then.
Talk about sources and don't even know what the hell a real source is at this point. JJ 7 Down don't never know what he's talking about ever. He never knows. He don't know if he's a flying Hebrew. He don't know if he's an atheist. He don't know about science. Ain't nobody never said that Europeans created science. I'm trying to go against my people. Pan-African James, on the other hand, he's a nut.
No.
He don't know what he talks. Shea, watch this. Bet.
Okay,
Shea,
what Kyle just said.
I don't know what Kyle said.
See what I'm saying?
Give me the source.
Kyle don't know nothing.
Man, I said you just said that.
No, what I'm saying is the reason why.
No, you're talking too much.
It's because of Kyle. Kyle is correct.
Kyle said, I'm trying to figure out what's his point. Everybody want to act like they don't got modern science. Well, if they don't got modern science, then what the hell are we all talking about then? See, this is what I'm trying to understand here. If y'all are admitting that none of the people that y'all bringing had modern science, what the hell are we talking about?
So how we all wrong then?
Think about
only you and Cedric is right. Just explain that to us.
Come on. Hey, James, so are you saying that modern science was started in Europe?
No. What we're saying is, why would anybody interject the word modern in an ancient conversation?
I don't know, because I didn't.
So you say, okay, so how is everybody blaming?
That's what y'all feel like doing, nigga. You got to try.
They just blaming y'all for this.
Bro, I don't know about this. Listen, I don't know about the blame game. I don't know about all that. Y'all did, Reggie did that, remember? Reggie did that to y'all.
Because y'all did this.
No, nobody did nothing, bro. Science is modern, bro.
So hold on, let me ask you this.
I'm gonna say this again for you. Science is modern.
So is astronomy modern?
Man, we say science. Man, where your source at, man?
Is astronomy modern?
Hey, yo, where's your source? At this point, I'm not even listening.
I can pull up right now.
Pull it up. We ain't doing this crazy game.
Let me put it right on the
astronomy modern, and then run to another position, then run to another position. We ain't doing that. It's silly to me.
Modern science. So I asked you.
Man, I'm saying, what that got to do with what we saying right now, bro?
Astronomy predates the word science. And astronomy is a science,
Did the Egyptians have astronomy?
Yes.
Okay, you don't know what you're talking about. Now what is source at?
Oh, hold up. Egyptians didn't have astronomy.
No.
What did they have? Astrology?
They had proto-astronomy.
Well, come on.
And it wasn't on the level of Babylonian.
So you telling me of people that created a 365-day calendar, a solar calendar, a lunar calendar, and a celestial calendar. That's 3 different calendars. You think they guessing? They have observed and they have written down, which is documented. That's all you need in science. You need all of those elements to have science. You have to have empirical data to say, hey, we got a 365-day calendar. They wrote it down. It ain't
You know we don't got to argue, right?
This is crazy.
Hold on. You know we don't got to argue, right?
No, if this ain't an argument.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. Hey, James, this is what I'm going to start doing to all y'all. If y'all can't distinguish technology from science, then why even have a conversation, y'all? You get it? Like, why have a conversation, bro? Like, why do this? I'm just saying, like it's almost coming off like it's hating.
No, I'm sharing my
Reggie don't know what STEM is. You don't know what technology is. You think a damn calendar is high level science. Like, come on, what you want me to do with that, bro?
Same calendar you use in the day. But hold on, I'm sharing my screen.
Damn, you know what I'm saying? What? I can't. How can we make that distinguish? What is this?
Okay, now let's just read this.
What does this
say?
I don't know. What is it?
It says, "Is astronomy a science?" Yes, astronomy is a natural science that focuses on the study of celestial objects like stars, planets, and galaxies, a phenomena originating outside of Earth's atmosphere. It relies on the scientific method using physics, chemistry, and mathematics to explain the origins of evolution in the universe. This is a science, huh? Now watch this.
You know what?
I said, why is the word? Watch this. Why is the word natural?
I apologize, James. I apologize.
Hello, I asked it. Why is the word natural?
James, I said I apologize, yo. I'm talking Chinese right now.
Okay, let me stop sharing my screen. I just wanted to.
I'm talking.
Okay, so now is astronomy science?
No, nigga, I never said it wasn't. I never said that. I said a damn calendar. It's technology, is what I said. You doing the rest of the stuff.
That's why I pulled it up, because you just said it wasn't science.
I said a calendar is technology. What is wrong with you, bro? I know.
No, we're talking about astronomy right now. We're not talking about a calendar. I asked you was astronomy. You asked me was astronomy modern? Was it science? You said,
of course it is. No, bro.
Okay.
I said the Egyptians didn't have astronomy. They had proto. It's what I said. The Babylonians had proto. It's what I said.
So proto means the first. You know that, right?
I don't care what it means. That's what they had.
So they had the first science.
Okay, man. You just What's up, Chris? MVP is on the panel.
Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah. When we talking about science, and you talking about ancient cultures weren't operating within the same framework. So it's a categorical error when you try to apply. That's to anybody saying it. Anybody saying it right now. When you're trying to apply modern terms to an ancient people, that's a categorical error, because they did not have the same framework that we have today. That's not to say that they weren't studying science, because science in itself, in a definition sense, it means knowledge. That's all it means. Proto-sciences is where science has drawn heavily from. Science has adopted certain things that the ancients used to use. This is why I brought up the use of the caduceus in the hospitals. They show the relationship between ancient shamanistic cultures and the development of medicine, as opposed to where it is now. Everything's going to evolve. It will continue to evolve. Medicinal standards will evolve. That's all everybody trying to say. I think everybody's shooting over each other's heads here. You know what I'm saying? Let's get away from the categorical errors and hear what each other's saying. Everybody's defending Africa as opposed to, hey, look, they study science too. I would agree, but they didn't study it in a modern sense. They helped set the standard for what science is today. Also, the Greeks did. You know what I'm saying? We see the Greeks help forward it. You see what I'm saying? And science in itself, or anthropology, just don't start with Greeks and Egyptians all the time. You see what I'm saying? So everybody had their own. It just don't start with Greeks and Egyptians. I don't know why we keep saying that.
I mean, hold on. What don't start with Greeks? What are we saying?
I said science just don't start with Greeks and Egyptians all the time. Everybody always start there with the conversation.
So who said that though?
I didn't say you said that. I'm right there. That's a broad statement that I'm making because everybody say, "Well, look."
Yeah, you gotta say them. You can't say us. We ain't never started.
I didn't say you.
I know, yo, but it's them wild. They wilding with that, bro. Like, I want you to know, for the record, James is having fun. JJ is having fun. I'm trying to figure out what Kyle is saying. I simply did a timeline and simply said, and ain't nobody been able to combat it yet. I said that science matured in you. And everybody lost their damn mind. And ain't brought a source yet. They ran to the Islamic period. They ran everywhere. Damn, they changed. Y'all saying modern science? No, I didn't. Science is modern. Nobody can seem to understand that. Like, all of a sudden, science is the most important thing. Then I talked about China. I say, man, China was way above. What are we saying here? What's so important about science now? Anyway, I got you.
Define science. Define science.
If your definition of science is just knowledge,
everybody
got it. Primates got it.
Everybody got it.
Then let's just
so
not
when we
talk
talking about science, we got to be specific with that word. That's why I keep saying everybody falling into a categorical error.
That is science in the most broadest, broad in its broad usage. So when we're engaging the scientific concepts, the purpose is science makes things more stricter. So we're using the more stricter sense. So
That's incorrect. That's incorrect.
That is very correct. So we even have
no, it's not. Science doesn't make things more stricter. The standard that they set today is more stricter.
So we have the source that talks about how science is modern science. So when it talks about how that's how it's used in an academic sense. So it said the word science is also most used loosely in a broad sense. So when it's used, we talked about this earlier. If that's somebody's definition of science, then we don't even need to talk about it. Everybody got it. Let's move on.
Yeah,
end of the show.
Yep, end of the show. Why even do it? What's the point?
All right, so that's incorrect, and I'm gonna tell you why I disagree with what he just said. He told what he's doing, and this is where y'all keep messing up at. He keep on trying to apply modern standards to ancient standards. Ancient standards weren't working with that framework. Okay, that's an ethnocentric argument. You're saying, that standard wasn't science.
Okay. Right? If they wasn't working with it, then why argue with me?
Because you guys are making this claim that they weren't practicing fields of knowledge.
Think about who said that?
So I can get man. I put the Understanding Science 101 Berkeley source in there. And in it, I have to go back and dig it up again. And it says that the collection of a body of knowledge ain't science. We have a term for it. It's called traditional knowledge. We try to place it in its proper category, but they don't want to accept that category. They want to take it out of that and merge it into science. It's that simple. But if we go by the definition, science is the study of how things work, how the planets move. Then we're in a whole nother conversation by that definition. And we can see the deviations of it. Because like within science, if a scientific theory is broad, you can just throw it out. Science doesn't deal with anything broad. Broad means there's too many factors in this, too much noise. A theory has to be strict.
What you mean, like creating a 365-day calendar?
Yeah, man, come on, man. See what I'm saying?
That's traditional knowledge, and that's dope.
Let me ask y'all this. So we know, I guess 10, 20 years ago, we were at the edge of the end of modern science, right? Mm-hmm. Can we all agree to that before I can move on with my point?
I don't know what you mean. Yeah. What do you mean we're at the end of
so that may be the problem with this argument. Okay, so
explain what you mean.
let me frame it. So a few minutes ago, I had on the screen, I had the stages of science. I had it all the way from pre-science to modern science. It shows where modern naturalism was invoked into the scientific method back at like right around 5th century BC. That method then infused itself into the minds of other people that was practicing what we would call natural sciences or natural methodologies, right?
Natural philosophers.
Natural philosophy of science.
Right.
Yes. So, but we didn't have the word science yet. It was just called natural philosophy at that point in time, right?
Yeah.
And so we can look at the same way we would do with like genetic taxonomies and stuff. We look at the features that are prevalent in those categories to assign them into what they need to be. And right now, just to move forward, right now we're practicing modern science, and modern science is actually coming to an end. And the next iteration is called big science. Big science is where you have, instead of a few data points, and you have a few people around the world that's peer reviewing and doing the test that you have in your report or your abstract, or that run out of your lab reports and stuff like that. But it's going to be done by computers at high level. So instead of having 15 data points that's tested, now you're having 15 million data points that's tested. But my point in saying all that is our way of doing
something. That's new information.
That's meta, right? That's because of our globalization, where the level of peer review and the level of subjects can now be done on a global scale because we have the technology to process it. However, the method. Slow down, because you keep.
No. Let him finish, man.
The science. That's not even my point. I'm not even going to argue any of that with you.
You're using wrong terminology, and it's freaking me out. It is working on my aim.
I'm trying to get to the
stop using the word modern because
you
can't
tell me,
man. Let him finish,
bro. Like I'm trying to ask a question. That ain't the question yet.
So
we good.
So what I was saying,
if you let it continue, I'm gonna cut him off.
If you don't have the intellect,
all right, this is what we're gonna do. Hold on, everybody freeze. Listen,
wow.
This is what we're not doing. No, we're not wild. What we're doing is we too excited. It's a great conversation, right? And I gotta control the panel. 8 to 80, blind, crippled, and crazy. Pseudo killer, TMI, BMI, JI. I'm killing y'all in today's episode if y'all not acting like gentlemen. We can make our points. It's okay, man. Let the audience pick and choose. Let them do what they want to do. Right? Let's have some elegance here. Let's see who got command of the subject. Because I tell you what, though, Kyle, I'm never jumping in a person's face when they say it's big signs. No, we had big signs. I'm not doing it. I'm gonna say you're right. We had modern science. We had science. I'll be okay with it. Yeah. You get it? I'm not gonna argue that.
I still want to get clarity on that. Big science and the modern science, like that needs to be flushed out a little more. But go ahead. I know we got 20 years left. But go ahead.
Let me say we got 20 years left.
10 or 20. Go ahead, Kyle.
No. I didn't say we had 20
years. You say we had 20 years left?
You said about 10 or 20 years left to the end of the policy.
I didn't say that. I said about...
Come on, my boy. Come on, now.
He said in the last 10 or 20 years.
Man, we're not asking. Go ahead. What'd he say? Go ahead. You're going to tell us because you hear everything. What'd he say? Pan?
He said in the last 10 or 20 years that modern science is getting ready to be... is on his way out of here. He said, Go ahead, Kyle.
You agree to that, Pan-African? Just making sure.
I mean, we can literally just pull up the current state of
science. It seems like y'all don't want to let the man finish. Is what I'm trying.
Let us finish that. We can go through that too, Kyle. You need to be in Discord. We can flush all this shit out. But go ahead, Kyle. Go ahead.
We can. Then
leave it up to Sosa to throw a straw man.
And apologize to the local community. But anyway, my point is...
Hold on, say it again. We got to do what?
Then y'all have to do a show and apologize to the whole community for putting out bad information. And then,
y'all sitting up thinking y'all winning with all the pseudos following y'all. Y'all got so much pseudos that can't even breathe.
I'm just saying, if all the pseudos following us and then the stuff that he's saying is backed by the experts, then I'm cool with that.
You ain't brought an expert that said that. You brought an expert that's actually going against the consensus, and he ain't still saying what you think he's saying. I tell you what we're gonna do. We're not gonna play this game. I'm opening up my finish. Finish, Gay. I want you to finish though. But I'm start putting any source y'all bring.
Big
We're
signs.
gonna put in that damn thing, and because we do got big signs. Go ahead, Kyle. Please don't nobody cut Kyle. And we got a special guest on here. Hold on. We got Killer Goddamn Priest.
Peace to the panel, man. Peace to everybody. Y'all can hear me? Yeah, no doubt. Peace to the God Killer Ankh, man. Peace to everybody, the pseudo killers, everybody up here. Yeah, I just want to make an announcement. Peace to Chris Harris, man. I see you over there.
Peace.
I just want to make peace. So I just want to make an announcement. We're gonna have Ankh, the God Killer, and the pseudo killers he want to bring, and JJ on my channel tomorrow. So come on to the bar. Yeah, it should be good. I'm not biased. I'm gonna listen to everybody's point. Try to come on over, man. Come on over. JJ said what cannibalism?
The whole human over there. That's cannibalism.
What time is this supposed to be going on?
This is gonna be at 5. This is gonna be at 5 Pacific. So 8 o'clock if you wanna.
Man, big up the Killer, man. He well noted hip hop, man. Great brother.
Peace, my brother.
Man, hey, Killer Priest, guess what?
What up?
Go back and listen to some of your music, right? A lot of times you talk about ancient wisdom and knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And ancient science, whatever it is, yo. But you talking about indigenous knowledge and wisdom, yo. That was serious, right?
Indeed.
Right? So why are they trying to play around and mess with some old mining things? Now all of a sudden everybody crazy.
Hey, Priest, don't fall for that nonsense. Don't fall for what you're doing right there. Don't fall for that.
Hey, we finally got
I can play Back to the Nebula right now, and you won't understand one word Priest talking about.
Peace to Chris. Yo, you can come over. You can come over too, Chris. Anytime you want, my brother. Word.
Okay, no
I'm
doubt,
gonna I'm gonna get up out of here though. I'm in the middle, Peace.
All right, go ahead, Kyle. Get your thing off, yo. But I got my ChatGPT open now. Any source you got, we're gonna put it in there. Anybody playing this game, we're gonna ask the question and make sure your source is saying what you think it's saying.
Did you cross-reference? Are you going to be cross-referencing ChatGPT?
You can do it any kind of way you want.
I'll beat niggas with the Britannica. I'll beat niggas with a straight Encyclopedia Britannica. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Those are secondary, tertiary sources.
Well, while I'm doing that, ask the question: when did big science begin, or when did that become the next phase? If you don't mind. But my question is, once we fully transition, because we all know that nothing happens like overnight. It's not like a flip of the coin. Things happen in processes. Like I was saying when I first started this, and I got told that science ain't a process either. But anyway,
let me ask you though.
I was saying that science is a process. You're like, no, it's not a process.
With big science, Kyle, what is the shift?
Huh?
What is the shift? Like,
I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna
is there a framework change? Or are we moving away from methodological analysis? Like, what's the shift that's making us move from big science?
I'm not gonna tell y'all because y'all gonna argue with me. I'm gonna pull it up. So
I'm getting information so I can go look it up. I'm not gonna
tell y'all because y'all gonna argue with me. I don't know shit.
Methodological naturalism ain't nothing but atheism on steroids. That's all it is. It deals strictly with the scientific method. It doesn't involve any philosophy in it. It eliminates all of that. That's all it is.
MVP,
in a strict sense.
P and MVP is too, though. You tripping.
MVP. I'm not going to talk about you, Sosa, how you go Google a word real quick and then try to present it as if you the scholar on it. We ain't gonna talk about you, brother.
Nah, I'm well read, sir.
And still a champion. And I'm still a champion.
I don't debate.
I don't debate.
I don't debate, bro.
You shouldn't.
So we got it right here.
Read, study, and learn.
Hey, bring me in on my computer right quick, since we're gonna sort up right now.
Well, after you
see the big science? Big science. Style of scientific research developed during World War II that defined the organization and character of much research in physics and astronomy, and later in biological sciences. Big science is characterized by large-scale instruments and facilities supported by funding from government and international agencies, in which research is conducted by teams or groups of scientists and technicians. Some of the best known big science projects include the High Energy Physics Facility, CERN, the Hubble Space Telescope, and the Apollo program. Yeah, you died right there, bro. Yeah, that ain't what you were saying. I don't know what you were saying.
It is what I'm saying.
Jesus Christ.
So this is...
Come on. I'm trying to. Maybe I misunderstood. I don't get it. I'm lost.
Yeah, you got us lost now, Kyle.
He said big science gonna replace modern science, and then the big science existed while modern science
in World War II.
I'm gonna start keeping timers. timers. How long it takes for y'all to figure out this some bullshit?
It's a show, bro. That's a show, Cedric.
It's a show, Cedric.
Yeah,
we want to be wrong. Kill me now. Yeah, I like that mantra. Kill me with your sword. I ain't mad.
You threw him in the gladiator ring. You just stabbed him immediately. Man, come on, who wants to see that? They want to see.
Yeah, we want to see it. It's a show, man. So now we figured out. So where we at with big science? Where that's at? What happened?
My actual question is once this is fully established and accepted as a standard for the global community, and we move away from our current modern scientific methods, will the current methods and everybody that's a scientist right now no longer be a scientist according to you guys?
Nobody agrees with that. You listen to the
So Dawkins ain't gonna be a scientist? What is I'm getting lost, Kyle.
I know it's kind of hard for y'all to understand. So let me break it down.
Now can I go in?
I'll say y'all can't understand what he's saying.
Now let me
break it down for y'all.
Let's talk about the nonsense.
Please.
Modern science, that throwing around that term, and now big science, that's all playing with words. Science is modern. It relies on the philosophical grounding of methodological naturalism. Philosophical naturalism wasn't there yet. That's what authoritative and theological. That shift is what it is. You can't get around it. The foundation of science is not going to change. Peer review, falsifiability, that is established. The scale at which we process information is called meta-analysis. You do that by means of computers. Now we are in a position that we can go through all the data around the world, all the Chinese research, all the Japanese research, all the research from all the years past. They are doing meta-analysis now, comparing the same phenomena globally. They have now the technology to do that. What you're talking about isn't even big science, because big science was established by means of how industrial scale science is applied. You just read that. We're talking about meta-analysis. So you determine that, listen, that's why I'm frustrated. I just talked about the boundary in the conversation.
Don't nobody care about you being frustrated. I'm sure y'all are refusing. So you
look at me.
That shows that you're not even being genuine in the conversation. I'm in good faith here asking the question.
Yeah. If he's wrong, he just wrong. He not come on.
You don't turn your camera off.
Make an apology when I'm wrong. When you got two left feet and your back and your backwards on that. Two left feet backwards, and I'm gonna pick an apology.
Hey, but look, you can talk aggressive all you want to. It doesn't make you right though. That's my point. My point is, once these new things, once these new things get introduced
we gotta
into
keep
the
it.
field
Gotta keep
of
it good.
science.
No, you're doing good, Kyle. Hey, Cedric, check this out. Put your camera on real quick, just for me.
Keep
bro.
a good dialogue.
You take your blood pressure medicine, nigga.
Share Chris Green.
Don't let him get you. Hey, Cedric, look at me. Hey, Cap, look in the camera. Hey, Cedric.
Just roll one up, bro.
Cedric, do you actually think they beating us up right now, yo?
Roll one up, man.
Kyle just came with some big sign. We don't know what he talking about. Yeah, but at least he with good faith. Calm down, bro. We not fighting them. Cedric can come over. Listen, Kyle come to my house right now, yo. And my kids gonna say, "How you doing, Kyle?" Nah, get relax, bro. He might be walking with 2 feet going backwards, but let him do it. That's all the MVP gonna do. He gonna start running sideways.
Share screen.
Your damn screen.
I wanna know. I'm even wanna books niggas is reading. Like,
Yeah,
share screen.
Share that screen. You sharing your screen MVP because we gonna put it right in that daggone thing. Don't nobody mess up the night.
I want y'all to answer that question.
Hold on.
God damn, y'all would not answer this question to save y'all fucking pseudo lives, man.
Hold on. I'm sorry, Kaya. I thought we answered the question. Repeat the question. Can you just limit it to just the question one time, brother? You went through the whole.
I've been trying, so what I'm asking is, once these new ideas and techniques and procedures get introduced to science, the current version of science that we have is going to change it to big science holistically. And once that happens, are the people who practice science as we know it today, like majority across the world, are these people no longer going to be qualified or quantified as scientists because what the criteria has changed?
No, yeah, but the philosophical framework stays intact. So no.
Okay, so now we know the philosophical framework is what defines science, and we have the philosophical framework going back to BC times. So those people that practice under that philosophical framework would be qualified or be quantified under the term of science. If we can, go ahead.
We can show that the shift happens right around the 1700. That's why it's marking. That's what we're marking there. We would have to go around the globe and realize, hold on, there's some more Earth left that we ain't considered. Man, and we find some more. You know what I'm saying? There's some shit like that, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that everybody in the world in 500 BCE practiced this. Like, it was rare occasion.
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure?
And it's even unfair too because Dawkins will always be a scientist because the term was invented while he was alive and he was a scientist as you know what I'm saying? He was a scientist as a profession. So yeah, so 500 years from now, Dawkins will be a scientist. Still.
Yeah, but he won't be a big scientist.
No, I don't. No, hold on. Now maybe I'm wrong, but as I comprehend the Encyclopedia Britannica, I thought big science was simply talking about the scale of investment and the scale of the project and the amount of people invested in it. Maybe I'm tripping. So let's just put it in the daggone ChatGPT. Big science. I mean, so what are we doing here? Did I miss something on big science, or I might be tripping? I gotta be tripping.
No, you pretty much hit the nail on the head. That's what I'm saying. That's where science is going. It's going to big data. He said it was metadata, which is large scales. Large scales, a small amount of data that's processed together that you get better and more refined answers through.
Yeah,
this is a field of metrology. This is measurement.
Right. Will everybody still be signed? All the people that signed this class,
but they don't be saying. Hold on, let me say. What Kyle is saying.
Statisticians are going to be doing that.
Hey, let James get in here. So James going to whatever size James get on. Yo, let James talk. Whatever size James get on.
Yeah,
it's a size of crazy. Watch this. Go ahead, James. Let James talk. Go ahead, James.
What Kyle is trying to tell y'all.
All right, go ahead.
If they interject the word "big" before science, which means it's no longer modern science, it switched to, are they still going to be scientists if they put the word "big" in front of it?
Yes.
So, okay. So let's go back in time.
Yes.
Put the word proto in front of science, are they still scientists?
No, it's not the same thing.
Yeah, it is. You just go.
Yes, it is.
Let them have it. Hey, Chris,
Going to
let
the
him
past.
have
Fat
it.
Advocate J,
And the
look,
word
on
in front of
hey,
science.
Fat Advocate J,
We're
on my,
asking them
hey,
to denote
Fat
the
Advocate
word
J,
science in those time periods.
Fat Advocate J, listen.
See, y'all laughing
Listen.
like that shit is funny.
No, Fat Advocate J,
But
listen,
it just shows y'all ignorant. Because
Fat
that's
Advocate
all
J,
Kyle
just
is
listen,
saying.
bro, listen.
Watch this. Hold up. Let me ask Kyle. Is that what you saying, brother?
I answered this question.
No. I'm talking to Kyle now since y'all want to be silly like little girl. Let me ask Kyle.
Name
Somebody
call,
trying to
man.
be serious.
Nah,
Because
let
y'all
me-
playing.
let
Let
me-
me
let
ask
me-
Kyle. Is that what you saying, brother?
Yeah, that is exactly what I'm saying because
I
all
know,
these,
see,
all
you
these,
see what I'm
all
saying?
these,
So if
all these
dumbass
words.
James can get it, I know you
Pat Advocate
high-level
James, we
science
understand.
guys, you
Bro,
high-level science guys should
Pat
be able to
Advocate James,
understand what this
Pat
man
Advocate
is
James,
saying.
we already
He's speaking
understood.
English.
We understood what he said, and we said no.
Well, why y'all
bro.
playing then?
We
No,
said
he
no.
said y'all ain't answered this question yet. He been
He
saying
asked
that
it, and I just said
y'all
we
answered
just
this
said no,
question
bro.
for the last 20 minutes.
Kyle, did we not say no?
No, you did.
Okay, well, then there you have it, Kyle. I got him to give you a definitive answer, no.
We been said no before you got in there, bro.
So when you interject the word before science, that makes the other people prior and in the future not science because it don't got the word modern.
The next guy that becomes a scientist he's not going to be the big
crazy.
Scientist.
So modern science is the only science.
Dawkins is a scientist, and this next guy is a big
future
scientist.
Hold up, Kyle. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
It's no future science.
No
that's
future.
gonna ever happen. It's
No
gonna
future
always
and no
have to be-
past. It's just
But
right
they don't
now.
even understand that all modern
Craziest
means
shit
is
that I've
present.
ever heard.
Only thing they don't understand that the word modern just means in the present.
But hold on,
That's
but
what's sad about
listen.
this shit.
If big science began around World War II,
What does modern mean?
and we still have scientists
It just means in the
becoming scientists today, therefore we can
That's crazy.
postulate that big science can exist and scientists can still remain. That's just me making it up. Just logic. But go ahead.
So by your same logic,
Shoot myself.
By your same logic, though, so that means that you could have proto science and
No, that does not.
Yeah, see how you got him?
No, that does not mean that, bro.
I'm giving you your logic.
Kaya,
You
on my
just
mama,
said
bro.
that.
On my
So
mama,
you just said that.
Kaya, on my mama is not the same thing, nigga. On the Lord is not the same thing. On the Lord is not, bro. Hey.
Like you said before,
We can flush it out.
I just got to have the ability to say when you're wrong, bro. It's okay.
No,
it's not the same.
It's okay, bro.
I ain't ready yet, bro.
I know.
I think it's
we see you ain't ready, but
argument.
I ain't ready yet.
This
bro.
argument hinges on the presumption that the scientific method is not going to refine itself in the future. That's my whole overlying point. And when that refining period happens, like matter of fact, you said a couple of days ago, you said in 50 years or 100 years, they're gonna look back at us and say how stupid we are. Like you remember saying that?
I remember saying it.
And so are these people that are scientists now not gonna be scientists anymore?
No, we never argued that. That was a Reggie and a wild barbershop argument. Yeah, he faked y'all out with that. So what I did was I put the Britannica article, Big Science in there, right? And the answer, yes, the Britannica article is basically saying that big science is defined by large scale, large instruments, facilities, and major funding, especially governments, international agencies. It also says that research is done by teams of scientists and technicians. That's what they're doing right now. It say not just a lone scholar, what used to occur, right? So the reading is right. But with one important addition, it say the article is not only talking about money and project size, it is also saying that big science is a different way of organizing research on bureaucratic, more collective, and more tied to state priorities that grew during and after World War II. There you go, yo. So that's that first one knocked down. Ain't nobody up, man. You want me asking a question? Cause I don't know. This is what it's saying. Who got another damn source? Not playing with y'all tonight. No, sir. You want me to ask another question? What we doing?
Yeah, ask them what's the next level of science after modern science.
For what?
See, now it's for what? So you see, modern only means in the present.
What is the next science after?
Because that's what Kyle's claim is. It's going to be. He said that it's going to be big science after
No,
modern
we
science.
already know what big sign. We doing big signs now. It's just like with NASA. When the thing just went around the moon and Hubble, that's big signs.
What's going on here? Is this the Twilight Zone?
It
Are we
is.
in the Twilight Zone?
But
Yes,
that was
we
his claim. His claim is the next level of science is going to be big science.
But we doing it. Y'all ain't been. None of y'all was born when it started.
Again, so do the people who practice modern science, are they no longer scientists since we have a next step up?
No, there'll still be scientists because the term actually existed during that time frame, and they fit the criteria of what a scientist was, and they were labeled that at the time. Now, if there's a shift,
this is crazy.
Then they would change the name, and they would be scientists, and the next person would be new modern, or they would put something to change it to vary it, but they will always remain scientists because that was their profession.
That's my entire point. What you just said at the end, they will always remain
That's
scientists.
exactly that's what he's been trying to tell you.
We're gonna let's let Cedric go, and then Chris. But who the hell is hogging over whatever person signed? We said Ben Carson wasn't no damn signs. I know what the hell I said, and I'm still saying it. I'm still saying it. And y'all ain't changed my perspective. You put up the damn ChatGPT and it said what I said. We seen it in real time.
Let's see what Chris got. I'm curious.
Come on, Chris, what you got, Chris? Let's go. The MVP,
right,
ladies and gentlemen.
I believe that a picture says 1,000 words, right? And I also I want to share this with the audience also, because sometimes when Cedric speaks, he's shooting over everybody's heads. Most people don't understand Mr. Scientist up there, all right?
Oh, so let me try to make sure. Do you understand what he's saying?
I understand him all the time. I argue with him almost every other day on the phone along with you. Trust me, I understand what he's saying.
All right, let's go.
All right, so let me share this screen. What up, Kyle?
What up, man? How you doing?
Man,
thanks for hanging in there, Kyle.
Give me one more time. I'm not going to the club no more.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got through the rough patch. Where the hell is TMI at? They was up here and left.
All right, got through the rough patch. Let me share my screen.
Wow, crazy. We got big signs. Y'all crazy. We gonna call them big scientists. How about that?
Right.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
They ain't scientists, they big scientists.
Yeah,
exactly.
All right, is it up?
No, you ain't put it nowhere. Let me see it just fell out. Let me see. I got you.
Oh, my bad, my fault. I dropped it. My bad. All right, because like I said, I just want to be a little bit more direct here, right? I hope everybody can see this. It should be big enough, right?
Let's do your thing. Let's see what you got.
All right, so we got methodological naturalism versus philosophical naturalism, right? So Cedric, and I know you guys speak on the terms of methodological approach when it comes to science. That's the scientific approach. Now, when you're dealing with the scientific approach, it's dealing strictly with natural causes, the use of empirical methods, no position on the supernatural. I hate to say this and break everybody's heart who do agree.
We agree.
Ancients were not ancients. Their science was dependent upon their worldview.
Thank you, man.
It's just all I'm trying to sit up there and say. It doesn't mean that it's not a basis of knowledge or where science has evolved from. It's just that the methodological stance that we take today is how we do science versus the old system we no longer use. And I also want to put, it does not address the existence of gods or the supernatural. That's where you guys see a lot of these arguments coming from about evolution and God and all this other stuff. Methodological naturalism has nothing to do with that. The ancients weren't dealing with this framework right here. Now, when we're dealing with a philosophical stance, this is where it gets tricky with philosophical naturalism. Now, philosophical naturalism is based on a worldview or belief system. And you see a lot of cosmologies come about with this of how, let's say, for instance, the ancient Dogon, they have a worldview in which they claim to come from point A, so on and so on. So let's just get a little bit deep here. It says nature is all there. I'm pretty sure that the methodological stance will say the same thing. Denies the supernatural, no gods, no afterlife. Everything is material. Now, philosophically, we know this can evolve into the belief of God, the belief of an afterlife. God made man. That's the problem with philosophical naturalism as it's applied to science. It doesn't mean philosophically they can't have science or begin to keep records of their science. It just means they were attributing or giving attributes to their knowledge to a certain God. The methodological approach is strictly empirical, nothing more. And these are the two frameworks everybody arguing. One has a philosophical approach, one has a methodological approach. Y'all understand what I'm saying?
Let me ask a question.
When I'm done, I can take the philosophical approach and I can say there is no God, and people could take the philosophical approach and say there is a God. But when you're dealing with science, can we prove any of that empirically? This is the methodological position. No. So let's stick with the empirical standard versus the philosophical standard. The philosophical standards, you need inference and a lot of deductive reasoning to make your claims, versus the methodological stance, you're going to be using a more inductive stance, and everything is going to be based on empirical data and data collected and things tested. You can't test God. You can't test an afterlife. We don't know if those things exist. All right. That's all it is. And I just wanted to clear that up for everybody. All right.
So let me ask you, Chris.
Sure.
Even if I did that, what would be the difference if I came up with a 365-day calendar with it or without it?
Okay, so the 365-degree day calendar.
Would it still be the dating? Hold on, what I'm asking, would the dating still be correct?
Would the dating still be correct?
Yeah, with the measurements that they use to come up with that calendar, would that still be correct or not?
Yes, they use it today. Yes.
So that means that they had a system, whether they put their culture into it or not, that was accurate.
Yes,
so
but they give. I'm gonna follow you.
Hold on, Chris. Let's just say that
I don't like I don't like it when people parse questions with me, because it's not going to be a genuine answer.
It's all good. I'm just saying, because let's say I came up with a medical procedure, and I wrote it down, but I interjected God in it. But I could put your bone back in the. Is the procedure in the processes that I wrote down, if it's correct, what does it matter? If I just imagine a modern doctor, if he's an Islamic doctor, if he's doing a heart surgery and he went and prayed in the corner before he did it, is he not putting his cultural thing into practice in a modern sense? So what I'm saying is, it doesn't matter how you do this. I mean, it's just really just semantics here.
No, that's different what you just did. For the record.
Yeah, wait 1 second here. But that's the problem right there, Pan-African James. When you were talking about the calendar and you were talking about the establishment of the calendar, the 365 year calendar, the ancients did philosophically attribute time to certain gods. Would you agree with that?
Yes, but
so they took
because all of the days of the week that we say Monday, all of those.
Yes, all of them are attributed to gods, right?
God.
So they did take
right now. Don't matter. Go ahead.
Okay, so they did take a philosophical approach to it. I never said that it was not science. I said they took a philosophical approach to it.
Hold on, I'm not talking about you, Chris. So you good? I'm just
no.
I actually giving a nuance to what you just showed. But go ahead.
Yeah. But what I'm sitting up there saying is, they attributed their study to God. With the methodological approach, what it does what? It eliminates all that, and we're going to determine the revolving around the sun based on empirical data. You understand what I'm saying? That's all they're doing. They're eliminating all the fluff, and they just getting right down to the empirical evidence. That's all.
All right, let me ask the question. So we brought up. James has not presented the source. Let me ask the ChatGPT.
And I'm going to ask.
I have a question for you.
Well, me?
Of course. What's on your mind? Ask away.
I have a guy named James, and he's saying that the ancient Egyptian calendar is science. Is that true or false?
It's a bit of both, depending on how you define science. The ancient Egyptian calendar was based on careful astronomical observation, like tracking the heliacal rising of the star Sirius and the solar year. In that sense, it's grounded in systematic observation, something we consider scientific. But it wasn't part of a modern scientific method, no experimental testing or universal laws. So it's fair to say it's proto-scientific, blending observation with practical use.
So do we call calendars science or technology?
In a historical sense, calendars sit at the intersection. They're based on scientific observation, like tracking celestial cycles, yet they serve as a tool for organizing human activity, which is a function of technology. So ancient calendars can be seen as a technology rooted in observational science. Modern calendar design involves both science, astronomy, physics, and technology implementation and use.
So there's your answer. So you satisfied? Proto-science. There we go. So let's move on, James. You gonna argue that or what? Well, yeah, James.
They did say they took a systematic approach, a scientific approach to it, but just not in a modern sense.
Let me ask a question. So, let's just take the Dogon. If somebody within Dogon society became ill, would they seek out explanation strictly using nature, or would they look for causal agencies that exist outside of nature?
Who are you asking that to?
You.
Well, they're going to take a philosophical approach. Once again, you're trying to apply a framework that they don't use. You're trying to apply a modern framework to what they don't use. I don't understand. I would say they would take
what framework?
I'm talking. Can I finish? All right, they're going to take a philosophical approach. I don't live amongst the Dogon. I haven't studied them, their culture and their habits like that. But I'm pretty sure modern medicine would help out a whole lot more than a philosophical approach to curing their ailments. And two, I'm pretty sure they use modern medicine today. So I really don't understand your question, especially after I've already presented the difference between a naturalistic approach versus a modern approach. You're constantly. It just seems to me that all of your questions are immature. You're always trying to superimpose a modern framework upon an ancient framework. That's being pseudo.
I'm good, bro.
Interesting. Okay, we're good. All right. So I think that word, scientific, science and all that needs to be cleared up. I don't know, man. I like to keep it in a strict sense. I like to keep it right there. All right. And, I try to give y'all leeway, but, I don't even feel like pulling up the dang thing or not. It said it was proto-science. I said that. Everybody said don't use proto-science. Go ahead.
Because philosophical naturalism fall under, non-theistic, mostly natural causes, right? And even at that piece we read about what Chris Opan talked about African science, and we talk about in general the African framework, right? And he talked about the issues within Africa, with how in the framework, if somebody contracts the illness or becomes ill, it's rarely assigned a chance. It's normally you have offended the ancestors, or the gods displeased, or somebody puts a curse on you, right? And this is and that's the limitations in seeking the how, right? So that's why, and the reason why I brought the Dogon up because he mentioned the Dogon. So I thought that's why. So I thought you may have been familiar with the Dogon. That's why I brought it up.
Not exactly. The reason why I use them, because you could trace them back so far, and we know about their so-called study of the stars and they took a philosophical approach, but it doesn't mean that it wasn't a form of science. It was just a form of, it was a philosophical method that they use. They don't use a modern method, which is steeped in the naturalistic, methodological naturalistic philosophy. It's a difference. That's why they're both philosophies. They both fall under philosophies. And with the methodological naturalism, it falls under one thing: empirical data only. They were searching the stars because they had they believed in the gods. They were very tribalistic. Yes, they took a systemic approach to it, but it was based under philosophical naturalism. That's all.
I wouldn't. The reason I brought it up, I wouldn't put them under philosophical naturalism.
Holy shit!
I don't think they don't fit. I would put like Greece, maybe ancient China, but not the Dogon.
Of course you would.
Yeah. You know, I'm Eurocentric, so you know.
Yo, that was wild right there, Chris.
So all right, so let's do this.
I don't think.
Yeah, he was a bit wild for that one, bro.
I don't think academia puts them under. I don't think academia puts them under philosophical naturalism. But you can say I always learn. I can be taught.
You've got it. If there's any
One sec. So is proto-science science?
Proto-science isn't quite what we call science today. It's more like a stepping stone, an early phase where people were observing, questioning, and trying to explain nature, but without the rigorous experimental method or theoretical frameworks that modern science relies on. In short, proto-science shows curiosity and reasoning, but isn't fully science as we define it.
How long did it take to get to science from proto-science, and when did it happen?
The journey from proto-science to what we recognize as modern science took roughly 2 millennia. Ancient cultures laid observational groundwork. Think astronomy or medicine in Egypt, Greece, or China. But what we call modern science, grounded in experimental method and universal laws, emerged mainly in the 16th and 17th centuries, often called the scientific revolution. Think of figures like Galileo, Newton, and others who solidified systematic experimentation and theoretical frameworks.
Did the House of Wisdom produce a scientific revolution?
No, the House of Wisdom didn't produce a scientific revolution in the modern sense. It was a remarkable center of learning in Baghdad, known for translating and expanding on Greek, Persian, and Indian works, excelling in mathematics, astronomy, and medicine. However, it didn't institutionalize experimentation and theory-driven inquiry the way Europe's scientific revolution did. Instead, it was part of a rich knowledge tradition, advancing scholarship, but not transforming into modern science as we know it.
Did those Muslims at the House of Wisdom still hold on to traditions of the Greek philosophers in any way?
Yes, they did. Scholars at the House of Wisdom not only translated Greek philosophical works like those of Aristotle and Plato, but engaged deeply with them. Islamic thinkers such as Al-Farabi, Avicenna, and Averroes expanded on Greek philosophical traditions. They often harmonized Greek rationalism with Islamic theology, sometimes adapting or debating concepts, but the Greek legacy remained a foundational influence.
When did the Greek legacy get challenged? When did that authority get challenged?
The authority of the Greek legacy began to be seriously challenged during the scientific revolution in Europe, roughly in the 16th and 17th centuries. Figures like Copernicus, Galileo, and Kepler turned key Aristotelian and Ptolemaic ideas, especially in cosmology. Aristotle's physics and Ptolemy's geocentric model gave way to empirical observation and new theoretical frameworks. By the time Newton introduced his laws of motion and universal gravitation, Greek authority had largely been supplanted by modern scientific principles based on experimentation and mathematical laws.
What role did the discovery of America have to do with the losing the authority of the Greek philosophers?
The discovery of the Americas was a symbolic blow to ancient Greek authority, particularly in geography and cosmology. Greek thinkers like Ptolemy had described a world limited to Europe, Asia, and Africa. When entirely new continents were encountered, it revealed that the Greeks had incomplete or incorrect models of the world. This sparked broader skepticism toward ancient authorities. As Europeans began gathering new empirical data, mapping the globe, exploring biodiversity, and questioning ancient cosmologies, this helped foster a culture of inquiry that further eroded reliance on Greek authority and paved the way for modern scientific approaches.
Thank you. I'll be back in a minute.
Ask them. You should ask them how did the Dogon. What's did the Dogon fall under philosophical naturalism?
All right. I have a question.
Of course. I'm ready for your question whenever you are. Go ahead.
Did the Dogon fall under philosophical naturalism?
The Dogon, an ethnic group in Mali, have a rich traditional cosmology, but it doesn't neatly fit into the category of philosophical naturalism. Philosophical naturalism is typically a worldview that everything arises from natural properties and causes, excluding the supernatural. The Dogon's cosmology, as recorded by ethnographers, includes mythic and symbolic elements, such as the Nomo or stories tied to Sirius, which intertwine natural observations with spiritual or supernatural meaning. In short, while the Dogon certainly observed the natural world, their system blends natural and supernatural elements. So it wouldn't be considered strict philosophical naturalism. It's more of a holistic traditional worldview.
I'm trying to understand.
Ask also, how did the Dogon validate knowledge?
No problem at all. It's a subtle distinction. Just let me know what part you'd like clarified or what angle you're thinking about. And
Okay,
we'll
one
break it down
second.
together.
All right. How did the Dogon what's that? How did the Dogon validate knowledge?
The Dogon traditionally validated knowledge through oral transmission, ritual, and cultural continuity. Elders, priests, and specialized knowledge keepers passed down cosmological and practical knowledge over generations. Their validation was less about empirical testing and more about alignment with tradition, myth, and social practice. They observed nature, such as agricultural cycles, but their validation was embedded in symbolic and ritual contexts rather than experimental proof.
Why is there such an issue with the use of the word scientific and science? Why is there such confusion?
The confusion often comes from how we define science. In modern terms, science is systematic, relies on experimentation, testable theories, and laws of nature. But historically, people often use science more broadly, applying it to any systematic or reasoned approach, even in ancient or traditional contexts. So when someone calls a historical tradition scientific, they might mean it was systematic or observational, but that's not necessarily the same as modern science. The tension arises because we're trying to apply a clear modern framework to varied historical contexts that didn't follow that same method.
Question: does the word science actually reflect on being modern?
The word science itself doesn't inherently mean modern, but its meaning has evolved. Originally, science from the Latin scientia just meant knowledge or understanding. In the modern era, it became tied to a specific methodology: experimentation, hypothesis testing, and systematic observation. So when we say science today, we usually mean modern science, shaped by the scientific revolution. But in other historical contexts, people may still use science to describe systematic knowledge, even if it predates the modern method. So it's the context that makes it modern, not the word itself.
Thank you. I'll get back to you.
I'm glad we could explore that. Whenever you want to pick up again, I'll be here.
Yeah, so I don't understand. Ain't nobody gonna come with a source to say no different than that, man. If you want to say science is everything, then the chimpanzees had it.
Yeah, it's over with. That's what I'm saying. We don't even need to.
Right. Why are we even arguing then? And then why are we arguing? It ain't mine. We agreed it ain't. Now all of a sudden everybody agrees it's not modern science. Well, then we won then the conversation's over with then, because that's all I've ever been saying. Never said nothing different than that. Can't find a video, can't do none of that. That's the funny part about this. Now, today, after everybody got bludgeoned half to death, man, we ain't said that modern science, well then why are we arguing? Because that's what we were talking about. I simply laid the foundation from ancient wisdom from 350,000 years, all the way up to modern science. Reggie dove in, right? The polymath, the Sonetta TV doctor, dove in with foolery. And then the bomb squad dove in. And then all of a sudden, like a magnet, my man right here, right? I don't want to forget him. I'm not going to leave you out. Not going to leave you out, Ifa, because we appreciate you yesterday, Ifa. Yeah, and it says, the reporters, after leaving the show, the reporters asked him a question. What happened on the Pseudo Killer show last night? Man, Ifa replied, I don't know, but just pass me another drink. This is what happened to the conversation. Aoife dove in, and the pseudo starts sticking to them like Velcro. I don't understand it. It's pseudoisms. It's like Velcro. So if you standing there and you dripping with pseudos, who you know for the last 5 years, like JJ5, like Mika, like Tiffany French, like who else? Shit. Any of them. If they now on your side, you need to take a look. If James is on your side at this point, he ain't been on the right side of the conversation yet, and they yet to bring a source. So
hold
do
on.
you have those videos?
If that's the case, if you on Chief X side and you on JJ's,
I ain't on Chief X side.
Yeah, you is. You is on Chief. You is. You was on Chief X side in a certain point of that debate.
No, I wasn't.
Oh,
no,
man.
I said it was a tie.
We could go even giving him a tie is crazy.
Well, I don't know about that.
See what I'm saying?
I said
that
so
lets
ridiculous.
You know that you
I said
you
it was so ridiculous. It was so pseudo on one side and so remedial on the other side that I couldn't figure it out. It's a tie.
See, that's a cop out right there.
Okay, well, it's a cop out there.
That's crazy.
Good.
But you know, if you said that he
copped out,
that kid, I mean the young brother.
So do you have them videos, man?
You wrong.
Man, God, they're just a pseudo, bro. He's a walking, talking pseudo, bro. What you talking about?
Man, I don't agree.
Chief X is just a walking contradiction, bro. What you mean? Where you at, Sophie?
Well, anyway, congratulations, Kyle. Don't let them try to act like because you agree with certain people, you wrong.
Huh? He got it right here. Go ahead, Rick.
All right, peace.
About to play that. We see you, Kyle. What you got?
This is my overarching point. So I want to go over this, right? This is where I was trying to get at with my question.
Okay,
right?
go ahead.
I was going over the stages of scientific process.
Okay.
So, like you were saying, and I think everybody on here agrees that science. Well, I mean, I don't know. Let me rephrase that because I got pushed back earlier. Do we all agree that there are stages or phases of scientific development over time?
To get to science, yes, to get to science. I'm going to make that clear.
So we got pre-science, proto-science, you got philosophy, you got early modern science, you got classical science, big science, like I was saying. Then you also got crisis science, which is the newer thing, which is more AI driven. These are the clean takeaways, but I want to skip down to here. And then so it says straight answers. This is the question I asked: is all of this considered science? Straight answer is no, right? And that's the actual point, right?
Right.
Then it says the honest breakdown, academic consensus, not science, disputed, proto-science to science. And then here we have science, right? Which is when the revolution came along, right?
That's all we were saying, bro.
All right, cool. But let's go down. Here's the problem with this. The line isn't drawn by logic. It is drawn by institutional consensus, which means it reflects the cultural moment when Western European academics decided to formalize the definition. This is my point of everything I've been trying to get.
Keep reading.
This is why I remember the sources that I sent you. This is what.
Keep reading.
Yeah. Okay. Notice what falls outside the line by the framing. Ibn controlled optics experiment 700 years before Galileo. The Calera school infinite series calculation predate Newton by 200 years. Kinetic surgical documents with prognosis and case tracking. These meet several formal criteria, yet they get excluded anyway, not because of the evidence, because of the geography and the authorship.
All right, keep going.
All right, it's going to go into the
more honest framework.
Rather than a hard line between science and not science, think of it as a spectrum of epistemic rigor. Excuse me. You got tradition, observation, systematic recording, casual reasoning, controlled testing, and formal methodology. Science isn't a thing. You either have it or you don't. It is a direction you move in. That's the most important part in here. It's a direction, it's a path, it's a process. And multiple civilizations were moving in that direction simultaneously. Only one tradition got to name the destination, and that's the European destination.
So to answer this question, say, are you saying that Islamic society
Islamic.
Are you saying that the Islamic Society at the House of Wisdom had modern science?
I don't want to put it in the House of Wisdom. I'm just going to put Islamic Society had modern science. Can I do that?
Yeah, that's fine.
It makes it too narrow. That's the reason.
All right, okay.
Oh, shit. It'll figure it out. It's a question.
This one still get it.
It says no, and that distinction matters. Let me be precise. What I'm saying is the Islamic Golden Age from 800 to 1200 CE produced work that met several of the criteria we now associate with modern science, but it was not modern science in full. The difference is important. What they had, let's go to design, control experiments to test hypotheses about light, use systematic observation and reject the conclusions not supported by evidence, applied mathematical descriptions to physical phenomenon, explicitly argue that authority should be subordinate to evidence. The last point is arguably the most modern thing about him. He wrote directly
It's again.
We can't hear you. We couldn't hear you. The phone was dead. Go ahead, Kaya.
Okay, the last point is arguably the most modern thing about him. He wrote directly that inherited knowledge, including from the Greeks, must be tested, not assumed. What he lacked was institutional peer review, a scientific community to replicate his work, the printing press, and cultural infrastructure that sustained and built upon his method continuously. So, as you can see here, like, I mean, I'm just reading it. Like, the thing that he's missing is the community backing for the most part.
And a community to replicate his work.
Right, yo, that's important.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm not arguing that point. I'm just saying that that's what I kind of meant by
say. Can we say, you can actually say, can we best say that was pre-science? Is it best understood as pre-science? Say that, because I think that's what we fall at.
I think it's gonna be pro though.
No, I think it's pre. I think they're a little bit better than that, bro. Seriously.
Yeah, it says no.
Damn. Man, what is it saying?
Yeah, it says pre-science implies it came before scientific thinking existed. That was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be pro though. Let me see. All right, so it says the current framework only allows pre-science, proto-science, and science. So I guess he's gonna fall in the proto.
Oh man, yeah, it killed them and shot him up. You got wild ChatGPT. Yeah, I'm not arguing our ChatGPTs no more.
I double down and say, if you don't have proper.
No, you got a question, Cedric? Is that methodological naturalism? Yeah.
No, I'm saying that's why I take my hard stance. Once you don't have that particular.
Let's ask them that. Say, did they have methodological?
Hold on. Let me put it back up.
Yeah, ask them that. Did they have methodological naturalism? Did they practice methodological naturalism?
Work was authoritative.
Yep, that'd be a good one. I mean, I like stimulating conversation. I ain't gonna lie. Instead of talking to JJ, we're gonna go over there and beat JJ up. Y'all better help them. They practice methodological.
You're gonna crash out.
Naturalism. All right, let's see where your point falls there, Cedric. They say yes. They say this is actually a strong case to make for them. Go ahead, keep reading.
Yeah, let's see. The direct answer is the Islamic Golden Age scholars Ibn Hathim most precisely, consciously and explicitly practice methodological naturalism, not accidentally, not implicitly. They argued it in writing. The evidence, let's see here. That was the way. I don't want to read all of it. In the Book of Optics, you got that evidence there. Al-Burini at 1000 CE, Ibn Sina 1020. The critical nuance. All these men were devout Muslim. That what makes it philosophically important. They weren't practicing methodological naturalism based on because they rejected a God. They practice it because they believe consistent with the Islamic theological tradition at that time, and that investigating the natural world was the way of understanding God's creation. So they did it intentionally.
Shot you back.
The separation made was God created the natural world. The natural world operates by a consistent principle. So,
why this matters?
And they wouldn't fit under philosophical naturalism either.
They remember the original dismissal proto-science doesn't count because it lacked methodological naturalism. Hippocrates gets credit for being the first to apply it in 400 BCE. Ibn Khathim is applying it more rigorously, more explicitly at 1011 CE. If methodological naturalism is the bar, they cleared it. So if that is what you're saying is make science, then they had that back in 400 BC.
What's your response to that, Cedric?
Yeah, right now the only thing that separates it is the institutions and the community,
and the peer-review and all that.
That's all I'm getting right now. Like y'all got to find me something in the process or like. I mean, I get it. I get the point of
what you say peer review and all that.
No, I get the point of having it peer reviewed.
I'm not arguing with anything you just read.
Huh?
I argue with anything you just read. It was within the framework.
Don't ask me for a source though. You might get in trouble.
within the framework of God. So
Cedric, if they ask him for a source, then he might get in trouble right there.
Yeah, he will get in trouble, but it's okay. I ain't gonna
get him have it. We're gonna keep it damn fine. That's stop arguing. I'm good right there.
I would say to this: ask did the theological override natural causation?
Oh shit! Hold on, I gotta open that bit back up again.
All right, come on.
Yeah,
I'm need to leave them up.
Yeah, it's within the framework of their theology. So you're not there yet, but I understand that. Baby steps. But good question, Sosa.
All right, what was your question, Sosa?
Did the theological override natural causation?
Yeah, Kuhn. Yep, Thomas Kuhn. Yep.
Override. What's the last two words? Override their what? Natural causation.
Natural causation. Yeah.
Valsa said, positivism is the missing question.
Yeah, because that
hey,
also
can you share my screen, bro?
Yeah.
And also, as long as two factions. Go ahead.
Oh, there we go. My bad. I didn't see who was sharing. But yeah, so it says, did their theological background override natural causation? And the answer was no. And the way they handled that tension is actually sophisticated enough to deserve its own examination. Excuse me. The short answer: their theology, motivated their investigation, but did not override their conclusions. That was a crucial distinction. How they actually structured it, they operated a two-domain framework, not explicitly stated as such, but constantly practiced. Domain one, the divine God as a creator, sustainer, and ultimate cause for existence himself. Theology governs here. Domain two, the natural world, everything God created operates by constant discoverable principles. Investigation governs here. The key move was inserting God as an explanation within domain two was considered intellectually lazy, not because God didn't exist, but because it short-circuited because it short-circuited the investigation of mechanisms of God himself built into creation. That's a more philosophical, mature position that it gets credit for. The scientific evidence is Ibn Hatim on light. He did not conclude that vision works because God wills us to see. He traced the physical mechanism of rays of light, the geometry of reflection and refraction, and the autonomy of the eye, and let the mechanism stand on its own terms. Even on disease, he identifies contagions, environmental causes, and physiological mechanism for illness. He did not attribute diseases to divine punishment or spiritual imbalance, which was still the dominant European framework at the time. Al-Biruni on cultural and natural variation. He documented Hindu cosmology, indigenous astronomical systems, and geography variation without subordinating his findings to Islamic theological preference. He treated
control evidence, not heresy.
Evidence as data, not heresy.
Now come down.
Look, how far down we go?
No. Where theology did interfere.
Yeah, where theology did interfere, honesty requires acknowledging these limits. This section was restricted in Islamic tradition, and it was in Christian Europe, limiting atomical investigation, cosmological questions about the eternity of the universe created tension with orthodox theology. Al-Ghazali, Incoherence of the Philosophers, 1095 CE, was a direct theological pushback against natural philosophers. And lastly, after the Mongols' destruction of Baghdad and conservative theological retrenchment followed, Al-Ghazali, whatever his name is.
That Al-Ghazali, because that dude right there said fire, he said fire does not cause burning. God creates burning when fire is present. That's that dude right there, Al-Ghazali.
Gotcha. Yeah, I can see that being somewhere.
You see the issues.
Yeah, matter of fact, it might go into the last thing is about him in particular. This is the honest complication of the argument. Al-Ghazali argued that natural causation was an illusion.
Right. That's crucial right there, Kayaba. Go ahead.
Yeah, that what we call cause and effect is actually God acting moment to moment. Fire doesn't burn cotton because fire has burning properties. God burns the cotton through the fire each time. So yeah, that is very crucial to happen.
So you know what? If you have an institution can kind of codify things that just working. When you have a bunch of individuals, it'll throw it off.
And then look at the complete picture. Theology, no explicit separation, even I'm saying so that they give separation, and then it wasn't a unified thought because there's two factions in the golden age of Islam. Wasn't a unified front, right?
Yeah, but that would be the same for everywhere at that point in time, and even for centuries later, though. Like it wasn't a unified front anywhere until
because natural philosophy was authoritative. And they did not yet develop the necessary method to create a universal system. So once methodological naturalism was developed, that now became universal. Overall, it can be applied. It's a universal system.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I'm saying that like the introduction of natural philosophy into like to be in the overall consensus of the community was a multi-millennial work that had to happen, like I guess you would say.
So Aristotle was the foundation of natural philosophy and Thelios and these dudes for over 2,000 years. Natural philosophy was the status quo. Natural philosophy is not methodological naturalism. Natural philosophy predates methodological naturalism. That is authoritative work. That is not tested. It is based on the philosophical position of the thinker.
Yeah, but that's kind of counter. That's kind of against what we just read earlier because it said natural methodological naturalism happened in the 5th century? We just read.
I think I can push that AI off of that if I keep hitting it with.
Y'all push y'all own AI, man. I'm tired of fucking reading. I ain't got my contacts
if you keep challenging it, you see as you push more, it's starting to give you more.
Yeah, you gotta push it.
That's a good example. I can push it more, but cool enough.
Wow.
You got Sean P, man.
You want me to send you this thread so you can keep on pushing and send it back to me? Because I want to see what the hell.
No, it's cool.
You good? I think we came to a nice little. We should have put positivism. What did he say it was? He been saying. I know it.
Mel wanted to ask. What he said. Mel wanted to ask. Why Thomas Kuhn models are important to determine whether something is a science or not. That's what he wanted to know.
All right, why Thomas Kuhn?
He wanted to ask that question.
Why Thomas Kuhn? Yeah, Kyle, I ain't typing good as you, bro. I'm getting stumbling and stammering.
Hey, look, I know what
you can just talk to it. I don't know why y'all be typing. Just put You can even you don't even have you can talk to it and it'll type out what you're asking. You look, verify, correct.
Yeah. So you want me to ask why Thomas Kuhn? All right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my bad. I ain't say it looks like he was tagging me in the chat.
I got it. Thomas Kuhn. Okay. Why Thomas Kuhn models are important to determine whether something is science or not?
Thomas Kuhn's model is important because it emphasizes that science isn't just about gathering facts. It's about working within a paradigm. A paradigm is a shared framework. It defines what questions scientists ask, what counts as evidence, and what methods they use. Kuhn showed that science develops through revolutionary shifts from one paradigm to another. By his view, something is science when it operates within a paradigm that allows puzzle solving, where anomalies can either be explained or eventually lead to a paradigm shift. So, Kuhn's model helps us distinguish between fields operating within a scientific paradigm and those that don't follow that pattern.
And I would say that the thing that stopped the golden age from becoming using methodological naturalism as a standard was the two positions, because you had a theological position that was authoritative, and it stunted the philosophical position.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they were caught up.
Yeah, it's trying to yep, just like the Needham question. Yeah, I think we had that conversation earlier, Cedric, when we talked about how China, through their high level of technology, actually developed a magnetized compass.
Yes, sir.
But they use it for deviation, though, which is not palatable for other cultures. Think about that. But the Europeans, on the other hand, use it for navigating the world, which is palatable for all cultures. And I hope y'all can understand that. You know what I'm saying? Pan-African James, understand that science is palatable for the whole world. Egyptian science is only good for the Egyptians. Greek science is only good for the Greeks, right? But science is good for the whole world. So I hope y'all kind of get that. I know I get it. It ain't hard for me. So if you think everybody has science, that's fine. But here's the great question. If everybody else has science, why are they only using the science that we use today? Why did everybody agree on that? Why we ain't doing what the Muslims was doing? Why we ain't doing what the Greeks was doing? Y'all should ask yourself the question, why we ain't trying to replicate ancient Nile Valley?
Because it didn't work. It's not universal, nothing universal about it.
Right. That's the question to the naysayers right now. Huh?
Yeah, simple. If it's not universal, then it's not overall applicable. How you get to that universality is by world travel, is by collecting data and technology from all over around the world. Without the cultural baggage, it allows you to examine it for what it actually is. Your whole frame of reference is different.
Yeah, and this is what I'm saying, Kaya. Like, my position is still the same. And I like I can see what the Gold Age of Islam produce, but right, and it's like and it's like I always say, they will insert ancient societies and then move to a time period and argue for it at a time that's not ancient. You know what I'm saying? So you're close to, you're getting close to time. So I'm saying, so like, okay, yeah, you want to fight for that? That's a good place to start from, but not an ancient Egypt, bro. Not in Mesopotamia. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, early in CE time, 1200 CE or so. Yeah, cool. Now you get a lot of the aspects of there. You feel me? A lot of the ingredients to what will become what it is there. But then also you see what the roadblocks are, and that's all. And that's the same thing with ancient society. The roadblock was tradition.
Yeah, I can agree with you, especially on tradition part. My entire purpose, like I guess it's maybe convoluted at this point, but my entire purpose I was on here to discuss the timelines and the purpose of like scientific development over time. That's the first thing I said when I came on here.
We did it.
We did. We got past that. I think we all kind of agree that there are stages of scientific development, and that there's a beginning, there's a pre-stage, all the type of stuff, and the lines are blurred, and those lines are arbitrarily given by Western Europeans that are blocking out certain pockets of the community to say that they are the forerunners of that community, of that process.
So you don't think acknowledging the shift is important?
Yeah, I mean, in some point, it's important. I mean, it's good to say, hey, this is what we'll be doing from now on out. But to say that this is what we'll be doing from now on out, but reading from another person's journals and saying that now I'm the person that created this, that's a little bit of a problem.
Not created because they looked at Arabic writers. So we're not saying created, we're saying blossomed, matured.
Yeah, don't say that. I don't have a source that says they created anything. Yeah, we don't have that. That's a JJ 7000 confused lie. That's a James Wild pseudo. He can't see it. He blind. Yeah. Black algae is dripping off his fingers.
Yeah. Create would mean they built off none didn't exist, and they created a whole entire different paradigm that didn't even exist. It's created this whole shit that have no remnants of. You know what I mean? Because medicine is based off traditional knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Like how we ain't know that
foundation.
Yeah, without
right here, Kyle.
Model.
This was all him. Do it again. This all I ever did was right here, bro. This was started once again. That's all. That's it. Global timeline from indigenous knowledge to modern science. The cumulative development of scientific thought across civilizations. I did like this. Boom. I only got to say it no more. Everybody know about it now. Look at the timeline. See where your civilization fit that you was fighting for.
Yeah, Ben said it.
Yeah, I ain't said they created them. Institutionalized. Here you go. This is where the rubber meets the road. I think all that's important. And that's why the Chinese, that's why the Chinese kind of, that's why they use the compass for deviation.
Divination. Yeah,
my next episode, I'm gonna get into the scientific. I'm gonna get
that's an easy one, right? That's interesting right there, yo. Why they use the compass for damn deviation?
Divinations. They did later apply it, but they didn't. But
after they looked at it and say, man.
For centuries they only used for like true north. So it took some time to get to it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the Europeans got their hands on it, and then add some techniques to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Sean makes a great point. Sean says, not everybody inside of West Africa knew the solutions of AKA shaman or traditionalists, and only he could replicate certain successes. Yeah, that's even. Yeah. Need an institution built around that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. You got the Afro hair science, Rhodesia. They got, bless them, Mika the pseudo, for sure. Sticking like Velcro. With Tiffany French.
I reject that label, Mika. I reject that label.
If they all clump together like this, stuck, hey, look, they like this. They all stuck on Polymath Dr. Reggie. The lead scientists in TMI, they like this. Yeah, man, they stuck together, man. You got to look at that. You got to look at that. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, reading a lot on
you
know, the shamans and whatnot, just how it's very, you know what I mean? Like, it's very interesting. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you know, just what produces a shaman. You know, sometimes a shaman, you don't even get chosen to be a shaman. You may have with a foreman. Have you ever seen some of them old movies? Whenever they had that shaman here, he was like disfigured sometimes. And sometimes they would, you know, attribute certain things to that disfiguration. Sometimes a shaman may live out separate from the whole community. You know what I mean? So the different ways to be, even different ways to become a shaman. But in the African Sign piece, it said the same thing. You know, it's like, you know, sometimes, you know, that tradition that's withheld within that initiation rite is a way of, in a sense, gatekeeping. You know what I mean? They keep that knowledge to themselves, and don't allow the knowledge to be passed. So only they are the ones that can do it. So it gives them authority, you know, over the people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real, yeah.
So Kayel, do you understand that the scientific method, right, fundamentally isn't going to change? Peer review, data, hypothesis, peer review, novel testable prediction. That's not going to change. So big science is what we're doing now. And the scientists that do big science are the same the same scientists that practice this methodology once it was established. In the future,
I don't know. That's what I guess that's where me and you may differ. Is that I don't see it that way. I don't see, like, I don't have that type of vision of the future. Like, when you say it's not, when you say it's not going to change, like the people who invented each of those previous methods probably had that same stance that it's not going to change. But that's why those revolutions, those different things on that timeline happen, because new things are introduced that they hadn't considered at that point in time. So I'm not going to sit here and make that statement. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Added, not like the things that we have now. These are the foundations from modern science, and in the future they're going to add more stuff to it.
Do you think replication will change? Independent replication going to change?
The method could. I don't know. There's I'm not.
But it's still the principle of reproducibility. Is that going to change?
No, but the standard could, though. Like the standards around
so
it.
The principle remains the same. So hypothesis, the technology and the levels and the type of hypothesis, but a hypothesis. So within science, there must be a there. Is that going to change?
It could. That's what I'm saying. I don't look at science like I don't look at the stuff that, like, I don't look at it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Another point, I think you were confusing big science with metadata, right? Metadata analysis. What is done now with the body of knowledge that we have, a lot of the peer review work, and so they're being put to a metadata process. But you know that is statistics and computational, right?
No, I understand that. So for me, I kind of loop those into big science because that gives you access to all those technologies. And when you do metadata analysis, typically those are done through, I guess you would say, institutions that are largely funded, corporatized, things of that sort, that even have the capacity to do those things.
So it's the data that we already have. So all the peer review work. So it's a lot of it is computer generated. It's processing the information that we already have and watching and refining or producing information based on the ability to do statistical analysis of the clinical work that has been done throughout history.
Right, and it's a better way to root out bias, right? So when you put it into it for that meta analysis, is not going to insert bias because Newton is next to it or whatever person next to it. So it's a good way to root out bias.
So it's improving on that falsifiability
framework. Yeah. framework.
I agree with what you're saying. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, once we reach that next threshold, then what we're doing currently becomes basically obsolete because we have a newer, higher threshold to come up with better predictions, more refined analysis,
more precise.
Yes, that's why. That's why when I talk about systems, right? And underlying principles, technology, and the refinement of these principles is going to occur. We expect that, but the principles remain foundational. That's why when we're talking about science, we're talking about a particular paradigm. So prior to that paradigm being established, there is no science.
Yeah, and if it ever dares ventures outside of nature, then it will be another category. It will no longer be science.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take this break real quick, man. Let's get some cash apps going, man. Join the channel. It's $3 a month, man. Yeah, we got a couple sponsors on the daggone panel. Big up to you, guys, yo. let that man talk.
Can you send out stuff like on them?
Huh?
You know, like on what's that shit called? Kick, or you can send subs, like you can buy people subs. Can you do that?
Yeah, you sure can. Yep.
How you do it? How you do it?
Somebody did it. Yeah, put
How you do it? Some of y'all now I'm finna buy say y'all niggas some subs. Like, how can you do it?
I think you click their name on or something.
Let me go in the chat.
Yep, you click their name on, man. Let's take this break right here, man. Real quick. Cash App, man. Y'all know what it is.
Yeah. Look. Hey, Cash App. Baltimore. Yeah. Cash App, don't let it run you. Money fill the gas, but it never feel honey. Cash App, dreams get so fast. If you don't own your time, you just rent your past. Cash App, screens full of flex. Real life hit hard when the rent come next. Cash App, tool not God. Use it, don't lose it, keep your head on top. Lend a mill, lend a bill, lend a pay me now. Everybody yell, get it like a sacred house. Timeline full of blessed, but the stress still lurks. Same folks posting gas, still drowning in hurt. Explosions of cash in the camera flash, but the lights cut off when you can't make it last. This ain't a trick, but it move like a spell. Type in the amount for that dopamine swell. Quick tap, quick send, quick high, quick drop. Then you back in the cold when the real don't stop. I done seen love turn transactional. Quick send some in the DM like that's all it is. Cash App, don't let it run you. Cat, don't let it run you. Cash App, don't let it run you. Don't. Hard work, yeah, I respect that. But rest ain't weakness, I protect that. Cause money earn me nothing if your soul get thin. If you're always up next, tell me eat when you win. They sellin' hustle like it's peace in the pack. But peace don't come from a green little stack. So send when you can, look out for your kin. But don't let the app decide how you feel within. Set them rules, don't be ruled by the buzz. Real love is a call, not a what's up, cuz. Cash App.
Man, Cash App, man. So show some love to the channel, man. Like and subscribe. Keep us in the algorithm, man. Make sure y'all support the Pseudo Killers, man. Like and subscribe on that channel, man. Subscribe, man. Make sure y'all go ahead and holler at Sean, man. Signs for Sean, man. You know he's been doing it for a minute, man. Man, it was a lovely come together with Demasi, man. You know, that's always been my favorite goddamn thing right there, man. It was good, yo, being around the bros again. Appreciate everybody, man. And yeah, man, show some damn love, man. Stop playing around, man. Y'all playing. So that love conversation was a great conversation, man. I think we worked out some kinks, man. We probably still gonna argue, but that damn ChatGPT is a great equalizer right there, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. Great equalizer, man. We're gonna be in that debate tomorrow. I already got my link. What y'all doing? Y'all ain't got the link, man. Y'all tripping. We're gonna see 2 continental Africans get it in. That's gonna be the first one. That's the first.
You gonna be in there and watch that, man?
I'm gonna be in there, bro.
All right.
Yeah, I'll be right in there, man. Be right in there to watch Easy Bands get beat half to death.
What time is it gonna be?
It's gonna be at is it 6 or something like that? Damn. I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna be on Killer Priest. I think it's gonna be early. Hey, big up the Titans, the big league, man. That was some love right now, man. Appreciate you, Rasa, man. It's love.
Hold on, what time you fighting JJ? You supposed to be over the hand fighting JJ?
I know, I'm just getting hyped up.
Now listen, y'all tune in tomorrow. I got two more episodes to do. We gonna stay right over here doing the work. I ain't got no time for no.
Man, why don't you go over there on Killer Priest? He got a whole big ass audience, yo, diverse crowd. Listen to what I'm saying. I have a ball over there, bro. You gotta be in different crowds, different spaces. They be like, oh, I'm getting lost your mind. That's what you say. It makes sense. Yo,
Take your little gummy, said like about an hour or two for
take
the
your
show.
gummy. Yeah, bro. Just go over there, bro. Let them know. Pseudo killing. Go over there and kill them up.
Stay up that coffee. Just stay up that coffee. Chill. Little gummy. Smoke you one.
Let Kyle get underneath your skin. I'm like, don't let him rap you. Don't let Kyle get you, man.
Yeah, man, he done turned Kyle to an Egyptian with 2 feet pointing. I'm like, oh Lord, with 2 feet pointing in the same direction. Walking sideways.
Walk like an Egyptian. You had Kyle like this. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, Lord.
I say, man, come on, yo.
Yeah, good build up, Kyle. Good build up, man.
Yeah,
they run from his question. What's your press question? Has De Niro? What's your question? First of all, if you want your question answered, where's the cash app?
Who you talking? Yeah, you got it. Who got a question?
Oh, I think he asked, are you an atheist?
Oh man, all day, every day.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Yeah, y'all got the heart. He didn't.
He else stayed and fight today. He was like, you know, I'm taller than these nobles.
Hey, talk that talk. Hey, say about the fucking pop of blood vessel in his head.
I'm like, don't feed to Kyle, yo. He gonna have a barbecue to something, be right there, yo. That man got the best food, bro. Say what you want. Yo, got some chicken, yo. What is that chicken, bro? Can we get that the next barbecue?
Hey, man, I'm a barbecue scientist. I can't. I don't want to get out.
You know what? I might not refute that. It's definitely a science where he did that damn chicken. It was a different color. It had like a yellowish tinge to it. I was like,
there's a science. There's a science to preparing chicken.
Yo. I mean, everything was good.
And I got a peer review. Look, I'm doing a peer review right now. Shit.
Potato salad was good. The macaroni salad was good. Hold on, yo. Listen what I'm saying, yo. Each dish was exquisite. It had its own unique taste that you did not expect coming on that dish. Right or wrong, though, Kyle. Like y'all doing something different with the food or something, right? That wasn't no just I'm gonna make some macaroni. Some special thing going on, right? I wasn't tripping, was it?
Man, I told you, it's a science. It's been passed down in multiple iterations, and you know what I'm saying? Everybody add their own little thing to it, and it gets better and better, you know, just like science.
Man, me and Wilson Khan was over there, yo. We was like, what was going on, yo? I was trying not to be too greedy. I was
like, yeah, man.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that was great. We gonna have enough. We need to have enough of them. What you doing, bro?
I might do something. I just got a house out in your way, man. I moved to Buford. A house out there.
All right, okay.
Let me
know what you want me to bring, bro.
I still want to do my presentation though.
Yeah, when you gonna do your presentation? Tell them what you gonna do your presentation on, yo.
Well, I want to do a presentation on the current state of water infrastructure. So I work with company. We in the water bill. I'm gonna tell you my company name because you know some people here are kind of crazy.
Yeah, they're gonna Google you up and hey, looking crazy.
But I work with a few government agencies as well. That you know that I'm over the Southeast for the United States, and so I do presentations all the time across the world. I just did one in Washington D.C. Thursday. So.
Yeah, your job got you super traveling, bro.
Yeah.
I be talking to you like, yeah, Calvin Cabin, they about to have it. I'm like, what?
Yep.
Yeah, see him. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I was like, yo, don't have the pseudos Velcro on you, man. They rallied up. Crazy. Man, you in the field. All right, so Look, man, I think we done came to the end. I think it was a marvelous show, man. We calmed it down. Blood pressure was high, man. Big up to Titans Debate and Valsa, man, for the love right there, man. That debate tomorrow, man. Make sure y'all there. Hopefully after that we can get on that daggone Killer Priest show. Got a real nice, diverse crowd over there, hip hop crowd. A lot of fun. You're gonna have about a couple people, you know what I mean? He put on a nice show. It ain't like this. They got a person that worked the board, all that. It's gonna be top notch, bro. Killer Priest gonna be there having fun.
JJ ain't gonna be wilding out though, cause I can't.
Nah, I ain't wild. I ain't gonna make him wild. I ain't gonna do him like that. I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna pick him apart though. We're gonna pick him apart. Right? Write down everything you say. What you say?
Cedric ran like the rest of them from what?
Yeah, what is the question this man is talking about? You've been saying it for 3 shows.
What
is this question, bro?
You have a question based in incredulity, your ignorance to how
What's his question?
life, like something about fish and monkeys, or his confusion. His ignorance is on display. So now, because of your infidelity, assume we didn't answer your question. What question did I answer? Run from who? I don't run from nothing.
What's the question, though? All atheists, how did humans come to exist? And do y'all agree with Unc that we come from fish? We are fish.
Yeah, we are monkey.
Yeah, we are that. We never left that. You just don't understand it. But I bet you need some water. I bet you need some salt. I bet you need some water, and I bet you need some salt. Yeah, try to go without some water and some salt.
Yeah, like
just a fish out of water.
Yeah, I can't guarantee. Listen, I may not be able to guarantee that science is undefeated, but what I can guarantee that nobody from YouTube is gonna jump on this panel and debunk evolution, bro. Like,
right?
That's a fact. That's I promise you, bro. You just hurting your brain doing anything else, bro. I promise you.
The place that we're at, we are safe in the science is undefeated camp. They are at the forefront. The scientists are battling. We get it when the battle is done. So we gonna stay right here.
Fools trying to break in laboratories while they're doing research. Oh, man, go do something. Bust some laboratory windows. It's crazy. doing real work. But all right, y'all, about y'all. Good show, bro.
All right, man. We out of here too. I think I might want to end with Neil. Neil beat him up for real. Hold on. Beat him up. Neil beat him up. Yeah, Neil beat y'all up. Y'all act like y'all ain't hear Neil. And it's beginning somewhere in the middle of this damn conversation. We broke out Neil deGrasse whipping ass. This is what we did. We did do that, didn't we? He makes a clear distinction of what science is. Y'all all act like you wasn't trying to hear what Neil was saying. I heard you. I seen you try to figure it out. That's Neil. Right here. That's Neil. Open your eyes, Neil. Let me put the banner over here because that's definitely Neil. That's him. Make sure that's him so you don't think we're trying to trick you. All right? Let's play Neil, see what Neil has to say.
Let's go back to ancient times. The sun rose every day, and it set every day. And if you had a timekeeping device, you would notice the sun doesn't rise at the same time every day. Nor does it rise in the same place on the horizon. It moves. Well, if you've been around a long time, not only you, but your tribe, your culture, you in principle have good records of this. The sun rises in different places along the horizon, and then it sort of moves its way back on its way in and out of summer, fall, winter, spring, summer again. You do this long enough, you get sort of a sense of the rhythms of the universe. If this repeats consistently, you can make predictions. You can say, tomorrow the sun is going to rise here, not there. If your baseline of time is long enough, you can say, well, wait a minute, it's not only where the sun rises, where the moon is. Every some number of years, every 18 years, there's an eclipse of this variety in this way. But we can ask, is it science? It's an aspect of science. knowing when something is predictably repeatable. That meant you kept good data, right? Gold star for that. But now let's take it up a notch. Science is, you have such a deep understanding of what's going on. You can make a prediction of something that has never happened before. That's badass if you can do that. So science at its best is not the prediction of a recurring event. It's having such a deep understanding of how things work that you can predict an outcome of what somebody is doing or is about to do without ever having seen that experiment performed before. And we have a word for those ideas. They're called theories. The theory of evolution, Charles Darwin, 1859. We have the theory of relativity. We have quantum theory in the 1920s, the understanding of particles, not only submolecular molecules, atoms, and what's smaller than atoms, you get to nuclei, so subatomic particles. Quantum physics is an understanding of how that regime of nature behaves. It's called quantum theory. A theory is the highest level of understanding we have of anything in this world. It tells us, it explains what we know has already happened, gives us an understanding of what is happening, and gives us predictive power of things that have yet to happen. That is a theory. If you have an idea about something and it's untested and you don't know about it yet.
You don't know about it, man. Don't come up here with that. How about that? There you go, man. Neil deGrasse. Clear. Concise. Now go argue with him. Don't argue with me. I didn't say it. It's the aspect of science. Not science. Close, but no cigar. So let's just keep it moving, man. I appreciate you, man. Go back and get the downloads, man, on your favorite podcast. Make sure you hit that Cash App going out the door, man. Appreciate everybody coming through, man. Appreciate Kyle stopping through. He didn't have to. Man, appreciate all the pseudo killers. Appreciate everybody that's been supporting the channel, and the numbers are going up, man. We're trying to get to 5,000 subscribers, man. Make sure y'all go over there and check Sean out, man. Just make sure that, man, he always doing his thing, bro. And you know what, man? Keep your notifications on, man, so we can keep this thing going, man. We climbing, man. And, you know, ain't no fun at the damn top by yourself, man. So we educating, man, on Mount Olympus somewhere. Chilling. The gold ladder is right there for you. Nature don't owe you nothing. Nature is colorblind. Nature knows no color. That hit different now, don't it? Joel E. Rogers. What was he really trying to say to us? Way, way back then. He's trying to tell us something. When did nature become the authority? Let me say this a little bit better. When was it, catch it, when man realized nature was the authority? Is when they bumped into the Americas accidentally. When skepticism came in, where they challenged the Greek authority, which was the pillars of knowledge and reasoning. At that point, they realized they had the tools and equipment to not to listen. Francis Bacon, we're not listening to that no more. Nature is the authority. So when nature became the authority, that's when man started to mature in his thinking towards understanding nature. Nature knows no color line, man. I'm glad everybody came through, right? Leaving religion at the side of the door, right? And, you know, that's just what it is, man. We're enjoying everything. We're having fun, man. And look, man, we're doing our thing for real, man. How I think I want to close this, man.
Let them niggas know I'm coming. Y'all niggas summon the demons, but I'm the demon that's coming. I'm God killer and I'm the one gunning. Boom, boom. Top flight #1, yeah. Now look, I'm standing at the junction. Where knowledge and reality function. Facts. Now see that flame done came. And now y'all bitches running. Let them niggas know I'm coming. Y'all niggas summon the demons, but I'm the demon that's coming. Boom, boom. I'm God killer and I'm the one gunning. Top flight #1, yeah. Now see that flame done came. Boom. All y'all life you been sitting on the benches, yeah. 2 dimensions, cat. Bitch, I avoid the trenches. I'm a home run over the fences. You say you study, that's cat. I stay with the heat, and that's a fact. Volcanoes and earthquakes, we make it shake. While these niggas, you're shameless. Keep talking, bet I make you famous.
What? Say what? Earthquakes keep shaking. Look, bitches, I bet I make you famous. Man, I'm your host, Bobby Banger. And with that, man, look, we out, man. See y'all tomorrow, man. Tune in to the family of shows, man. And with that, we out.